and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Emo Brown, the podcast, brought to you by Emo Brown, the media group. Yo soy Esteban Garcia the third. With me today, El Compa Barry, the producer. 10-minute Barry behind the stick today doing his thing. Don't be shy, look at him. My Kurt Cobain, that's my guy.
Only because the hair is getting long now. Yeah.
You're looking hella grungy.
I don't know if I'm going to make it to March.
You're going to make it. As always, these podcasts are brought to you by the wonderful people. We're at 3 Punk Ales for all your ale lager needs. Make sure you cruise down to Chula Vista. Pay us a visit right here at 259 3rd Avenue. Get some beers. Do your thing. Emo Brown Social Club members, get your $5 cans. Get your $5 pints, rather. Make it pop. In association always with the big homie Bobby Tribal and his crew, the Tribal Clique. Tribal Streetwear since 1989. For all your things, take your Emo Brown discount card up to the lower left and get your discount on all things except what, Barry?
Pendletons.
Because they don't have Pendletons
Now they got the
anymore.
tribal
They got tribal
jammies.
flannels, homie. You do your thing. Make it pop. Don't stop. That's it with the ads because those are the homies. Y ahí muere. With us today, bro. No mames, dog. Hey. Real shit, I'm gonna take a voyage down into my juventud when I was little. When I was little, dude, I used to be a chambelan for hire. And there was a certain style of music that always
about
played
the
at these
60s.
quinceañeras, the 60s, fool. the late 1900s, as the kid was calling it. That style of music was like cumbia and just like, temerario cumbia and fucking los bookies, cosas así. Bro, we got somebody here today, el compa Eduardo Arenas. Bass player for Chicano Batman, all-around talent, creative, the homie from Los Angeles. But I don't want to butcher that. I want to know where exactly you're from, what you're all about. Thank you for making time, doggy. Muchísimas gracias por venir.
Hey, it's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Hell, bro. Hell yeah. It's awesome to see you, man.
You know, these are the connections I live for, man. This is like, these are the nodes, that in the journey, bro, where nos desahogamos and we just talk it real.
It's real.
The same Billboard, the same fucking Rolling Stones. You know what I'm saying? This is just like the fool that understands, the narrative, the challenges, the mamadas.
Yes.
The hacks.
I speak the language.
You know what I'm saying? You speak the language.
We speak the language, There's
the flow, the
Spanish and then
soundtrack.
there's fucking culture. And we
Bro.
speak that language.
Right before this interview, we're talking about how cumbias do it differently. How bands do cumbias differently.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and el tropicalito, el airy, temerarios,
Bien breathy.
el caballito, bronco.
Yeah, bien brinquitos, yeah.
That kind of thing. And each one it's like a Halloween. Each one can come to a Halloween party as a different cumbia and shit. Be like,
Bro, you've managed to get each of those, the ones that you've just mentioned, just those 3 styles.
Yeah.
You've managed to like touch on them on 3 distinct songs that I know that I like that you put out under your solo project,
Yeah, bro.
dog.
Yeah.
And that's what I fucking love and I was drawn to initially,
Yeah.
So like, obviously Chicano Batman is a monster. It's un animal. It is what it is. You guys are on the road touring, promoting the latest release, doing your thing. But I dug a little deeper and I was like, this is the vibe, bro. This is what I was raised on, Tell me a little bit about that. How'd you get into music?
Bro, before I forget, I had this comment with my brother when I started like my cumbia band, right? When I was like, I took faith in it. I was like, let's just do it for real now, And I was like, you know what I want to do, man? I want to do a band that has cumbias like the Animal Cookie Parade, the bolsa that has all the little fuckers.
Todos los pinches animales.
So I'll be like, bro, I just want one with only the pink ones, bro. Only the pink ones. And he fucking laughing, But they sell only the pink ones, bro. Just get to the point. Pra, 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 pra.
Stop like sorting through it.
No fucking ballads, bro. Pra, 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 pra. Puro fucking party. And I was like, that's what I want to do, And I was like, no time for the other shit. I just want to go over there and fucking pa, pa, pa. Because that's the metalhead in me. So when I was in high school, I listened to a lot of metal.
Metalhead.
I was fucking shredding every
I
fucking
see that,
day,
fool.
bro.
All right.
I'm a shredder, bro.
A ver, ahí está, ¿era? No, ahí está el vato. ¿Qué onda?
Well, fool.
All right, what's cracking? Is it?
It's like this. So I grew up in Boyle Heights.
Boy Heights.
I moved around a lot, and then a lot. Then we lived in my aunt's house for a long time. Then I moved to projects in Aliso Village. So, at the time it's like there's this, and then I moved to Pico Rivera, which is it's like in the suburb, Still a lot of fucking hood, a lot, but it's just more suburban. So then, it's like, as an adult now, I'm like, damn, thank God you got to safety sooner, because now you have a kid. I'm like, thank God. I'm going through college. That street cred is dope, because I'm like, yeah, I'm here at USC. Yeah, fucking.
What's cracking? What's up?
20 miles that way. Yeah,
¿Qué
go
onda?
up there.
Yeah.
And then so then instead
That's
of being
an actual thing.
instead of being a stupid ass little gangster wannabe shit, because then you look stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like don't play that like I'm hard, fool. Just be smart about it.
Yeah.
So then what I started doing is I started including shit in my hood in my urban design studios. And I started including, the corner of Soto and Chavez, that's a work-live community. That has social notes. That has all these different terms. I did the fucking reading, all that stuff. And I presented my classes and I'd be like a little fucking hero and shit. Low key, like low hero, like, how does he do it every time?
How does he know? How does he do it every time? He doesn't miss. He doesn't miss.
And I'm like, fuck, that shit was easy.
You kept it real.
It's kept it real and I found an angle. So then I think that's what it is about the cumbia thing too. I found an angle, bro. And like, my tíos played cumbia.
Okay.
In a band when I was a little kid. So I would help my padrino set up the carvins and shit, the mixers,
the carvins, bro. It was that, dude.
The carvins.
The carvins and the Cervin Vegas, bro. Those were the two.
Cervin Vegas,
the
big motherfucker.
Yeah, dude.
That shit was fat.
Those were next level shit,
and the speaker cables were fucking thick,
gruesos,
bro.
Gruesos.
Pinches manos lleno de lodo. After the roll up,
Yes, sir.
And don't poke yourself with the fucking the fucking.
See, Barry, he knows, Barry.
The Cervin Vegas, man. And he had electric pads.
Okay.
And so
Hell yeah.
So I heard these sounds as a little ass kid. At the bautizos, at the quinceañeras, at the party, and they played in the backyard. So at rehearsals, and I just be like little morro because I didn't grow up with a father when I was that young. My dad, who stepdad at the time, he was my brother's preschool teacher. So my mom and him just like hooked up then, and they were just like, see, friends, So then when we were
the little 13, hands got closer and closer and closer.
When we were 13, we moved in together.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? So now he's my dad, and that's another thing too, man. That's crazy. Let's talk about that. Bro.
Handle
shit, because I think like one thing about being older and shit, and I think it's revolutionary, especially as raza, is to just be more honest about how you feel, about your relationship with your friends or your parents, and because they're evolving. And I think it's like the effort that you're making in it is the real shine, bro, as opposed to like, the shame or the guilt or the fucking whatever.
Which there's an abundance of.
Always,
Overflowing.
So like, I remember one day I was like, I took my dad, I think on Father's Day, to have ceviche at El Paisa, this spot in Linwood is bomb.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I called him Ray all the way till I was like 20 or something like that. And then one day I was like, hey, you mind if I call you dad now?
What? Damn, bro.
And I was like, bro, that shit took me fucking years to muster the energy to be at the ceviche spot.
What was it?
I was like, man, he's not Ray, man. He's been my dad for a minute. Like, yeah, for a while, it's just like, you're trying to like the authority part. It's just like, fuck, he's not my real dad. Kind of shit. But then he's like,
bien rockero, bien heavy metal. No.
Man, my dad's, see, and this is the other part. Then as an adult, as a father, you see your own father's journey, right? Because then you had your journey, now your kids. So you see it more as like, three different things here, And I appreciate it. My dad, Vietnam vet, East LA, Vietnam vet, bro, came back. It's just like, went to UCLA, on a GI Bill, studied philosophy, became an elementary school teacher for like 30 years, in Maywood, Southeast LA, poor ass area, all immigrant, like ESL kind of shit. And so that's how he came up in this world. And then he took my mom in with 2 kids, because I've heard his story, right? At 35.
Okay.
I was like, damn. I was like, what was I doing at 35? I was like, not fucking like hooking up with a woman that has 2 kids.
No, yeah.
And then I was like, well, Dad, what made you do this? Like, and he's like, I saw you 2 as good kids.
Oh, that's awesome, bro.
And I'm just like, damn, I was a good kid. Then if this fool said like, I'm down, So respect to that shit. And then not seeing it through his eyes now as his own journey of growing up as a man and then responsibilities and work and all that. I'm like, man, I love you. You're not Ray, dude. You're my dad, And then now seeing him as a grandpa.
So you have children as well?
Yeah, I have one child. His name's Paraiso. He's 4.
4-year-old. Handful.
In the pandemic, bro.
Pandemic
babies. Ooh,
shout out to
another
Pandemic
podcast.
Babies.
Shout out to
hey, wherever you're at, I'm right here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Like, I'm here for you,
bro.
Hey, I've been hanging out with some pandemic babies. 2020, 2021-ish.
Hey.
Oof. The one thing is just like the amount of time you got to spend with your baby. It's just crazy. Like paternal leave of 1.5 years over here.
How does that work, man? How well, because you started obviously as a single man, not a parent, not a father, and now you are on the road.
Oh yeah,
nonstop.
Ooh, it's a
And it's a double-edged sword because you're doing it to provide.
Yeah.
You're doing it to provide, to leave something behind, create a legacy, do your thing,
Yeah.
hand down your journey as a father,
Yeah.
that your son gets, Paraíso gets a view firsthand. But a year and a half at a time is un rollo.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a lot of communication, a lot of agreements with my wife, a lot of like, you got to build a system around it. It's a moving thing, and that's when we launched those tour posters.
Yeah.
Ansiedad,
Oh,
cabrón. Bro, I'm not excited, fool. You know,
you start looking at the 17th date. You're in Iowa. You're like, oh, what's going on here?
I'm like, okay, 2-day break. Okay, I'm coming home here, going back here. I'm doing the grid, and it's not like I better communicate all the dates before they get launched. On public on IG before my wife sees it. You know what I'm saying? So I got to be on it, and then I have to make the details and be like, hey, there's a huge emotional process. You know what I'm saying?
I could imagine.
And so people, and then when we see, oh man, you're going on tour. Hey, how you feel about the tour, dude? My wife's right there, and she's like, oh, yeah, fuck.
Here we go.
No, but it's like, it's also because we haven't figured it out. There's a lot of moving pieces. Who's gonna pick up who at what time? Blah blah blah. Like, okay, as like food situation, help. It's a family's a big machine, man. So it's not meant to be pandemic, like one-on-one.
One-on-one,
my wife,
exacto.
me and my wife and my kid for a long ass time,
Non-stop.
Non-fucking
Yeah,
stop,
non-stop.
24/7.
Yeah.
So, I just had to manage all the emotions, all that kind of thing. And also too, like, there was no support. And that's crazy because, it was like everybody I talked to had a baby in there. They're like, dude, it was lonely, man. It was like, it's not supposed to be like this. You don't see your parents, your grandparents, tios, tias, all for a long time. So my kid didn't fucking sleep, right? For like 2 years. So I'd be like, infant, bro, his soundtrack?
Oh.
Playlist de cumbias de Temerarios, bro.
Este cuate va a salir picudo.
Dude.
El compita va a salir next level
Yeah,
cumbiero.
bro, 3 a.m., bro. I'd be like this. And
That's funny.
That's the first time I really got into Temerarios.
Yeah?
Because I was like, you guys are fucking cheesy, dude.
Uh-huh.
Like,
But
you
in
guys,
the best possible way.
that's how I found out because
You know what I mean?
because all the noise, it was quiet out in the city, bro. Everywhere it was quiet, and I'm right there with Temerarios. I have a little Sansui, one of the old school ones that I put in one of the rooms, and then I have these old brown speakers that I connected on top of the corners, so we just classic little sound, that mid-range punch.
Creating.
So Temerarios right here with my baby. We listened to that for like months, dude, and I was just like
that's awesome.
appreciating all the songs. I studied all the where they hit them, so like. All these
All the
genres,
feels.
all the artists that we're talking about, bro, I can give you like just a sentence and shit, what they do. Like, who's bad?
A ver.
Los Mier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ahí viene la
I mean-
coloreteada, bailando.
Hey, fool, you're not
suavecito.
faking the funk. You all about it.
I am, bro. This is like.
That's
I'm
in
the
you.
funk.
He is the
diehard.
funk, bro.
I'm
It
diehard for
flows
it.
through you.
And there's another one. Let's see what happened, bro. In college, I remember this moment. It's crazy because, college, metalero.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a
fucking
crazy
sad.
transition.
Metalero, all that shit. And then in college, I got into like Miles Davis and Mahavishnu Orchestra and these crazy ass like Pharoah Sanders and
Coltrane,
all that,
yeah.
And I was deep into that. And also like hip hop, like Black Star and Mos Def, like
Got 'em up
Brooklyn
big.
shit.
Hell yeah.
So I was getting to that, Common. And then like, and then like before I was graduating from college, I heard like on the radio, just, I was going like through Compton or some shit in the radio. I heard like Los Tigrillos, a song, Los Tigrillos. And then I
La
was,
del moño
you know-
colorado.
no, this one was like, fuck. No, you know who it was? No, it wasn't that. It was Micaela. Micaela.
Which version?
Ta-na-na-na-na.
¿La Voces del Rancho o quién era?
No. Fuck. Los Tigrillos, bro.
¿También los tigrillos? Dude,
That's what I heard. Micaela
Yeah.
by Los Tigrillos.
Yeah.
And I heard that shit.
Banger to this
and
day,
I was
dog.
just like, boom, boom, boom. And I was like, fuck. I was like, oh, this is me right here. I remember this. This is me. Like, and then I got this itch for the like more of the cumbia thing, And I was like, dude, I'm like, this is, but not as to play it. I was just like, man, this is like the real thing.
I
This
want
is like-
more. I want more.
yeah. So then it woke it up. And then I just kind of like, did a lot of stuff, like listened to a lot of Brazilian music. I went to live in Brazil for a year. So that changed my whole life. So that
Brazil?
that took the gangster edge completely off, bro. So before that, you walk around with the city edge, right? LA for what? But it's just like, it's in the school, in your work. It's just, you got, you're from San Diego. I feel it. You got the edge. You know what I'm saying? And you're proud of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I'll go to London. I'll go everywhere. I'm just like, Rio, wherever. I'm from LA. That's right. What's up? You know,
¿Qué
like,
hay?
hey,
¿Qué pasó?
what's up, man? Homies, what's up? I'll bring it to you. You know,
There's a lot of love for people like us.
Absolutely.
For our kind of
Authentic ass
culture,
motherfuckers.
our kind of vibe. People, yeah, because we like, I throw this term around a lot, like the faking the funk, you know, just legitimately being transparent. We are who we are, bro.
Yeah.
And the way we present ourselves and the way we receive, it is what it is. O sea, yo no voy a cambiar la manera que soy based on where I'm going to go visit. I am who I am, dog.
Yeah.
You are, I feel that on you. Like, you are that guy. You became a world traveler. You became a worldly man when you went to Brazil.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, absolutely. And then I did this trip, man, and through Brazil, like, I was like, all right, I got to go home. So I just bought a ticket from a one-way from Quito, Ecuador, to LA, hasta to Miami first. I was just making it difficult to go back home. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't want to go back, bro. I don't want to go back. Went through all Bolivia, bro. And so this is the craziest part. So I'm like in Bolivia and like in Peru, fucking Machu Picchu, bro. I did the 4-day hike and shit. I'm over here. I'm like, damn, this is some fucking Boyle Heights, fool. Like, this is like, it would be this crazy moment. I would be like on top of fucking Lake Titicaca and shit on this fucking mound, looking over this majestic shit. And as soon as I'm trying to enjoy this, like at this most peak, you feel like you're peaking this moment.
The crescendo.
All of a sudden, oh, it's too bad your mom can't be here. Oh, it's too bad your primo can't be here. Oh, it's too bad they can't be here. And it starts like taking you down, like, oh man. And for a lot of years, these peak moments, I would be thinking about my fam, you know, and like all the ones like, oh man, that's like, I can't believe I'm like here, you know, and they're like, how does, you know, and then through life and therapy, you know, it's just like, yo, like they're there, you know, and you're there. And you could be happy that they're happy you're there too.
I wasn't there with you, but
Yeah.
honestly, I know now, like your background, what you tell, you know where you're from and what you bring with you, that edge. I feel like, oh, cool. I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I feel like I know exactly where he is, what he's doing, what he's feeling, just based on we have similar backgrounds, dog.
Yeah.
We have similar cultures. Our people and our culture is always going to be there with us. We went to Dublin a few years ago, and I didn't go with my family. I went with some friends, and we're just hanging out. And I was in Ireland having a great time. And I was kind of bummed out. I was like, I wish my wife could be here with me, or I wish I was here with family. But then I was like, they're here. They're gonna hear my stories.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna shut up about these stories and these experiences, and I'm gonna pass them down to the kids, to everything, until they get motivated, peaked enough to be like, I want to go and be where Dad was and see what he saw, because I like the stories he tells us about those places.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing now through your music, through us here just hanging out and talking, man.
Bro, you know, stories through the music, man. You know who to me is the legend,
A
bro?
ver.
This is the one, bro. It's Chico Che, bro.
Chico.
There's no doubt about it. He's a risk taker. He's a fool who's like, just get in the studio and do more.
Lo que pase.
But he was wild. All his themes are super crazy. And like, he's funny, you know, and he's just like too silly, you know, and he's like, to me, he's like man, like one of those fools that pushes the boundaries of generations.
You need those kinds of people.
Yeah.
Those are
totally.
essential to growth.
Ken Pompo.
Yeah, yeah.
Kimpo, what the hell? What is that about? That's dope. And it's just like, what I think he's like a folklore like master. He laid the foundation.
The foundation.
You know, if you paying attention to it, like there's so much material in all his catalog. Just even like the 70s stuff, which is not even the most popular shit. I was like, damn, this fool's throwing down hard in the studio right now. Big old synths, being a fucking cochino, being a payaso, and with like these badass synths that are barely coming out. I'm like, dude, this guy, I bet you this fool, I mean, obviously smoking weed, but I bet you this fool's like getting tapes from this French fucking jazz shit, or like,
right?
You know, like that one fool, the weird guy that's just like, eso está escuchando sus whatever, you know, hipster music.
Yeah.
That fool's a hipster. But imagine who's a hipster now, bro. You know, like, it's just like, I mean, we're fucking hipsters. You know what I'm saying?
No, we're not.
I'm a hipster, bro.
There you are. I don't know what a hipster is, but I don't know.
I accepted that shit.
I accepted that shit.
You know? Yeah, because people like, no, you know what? I'm not a fucking hipster, bro. I think I'm just tapped in. You know what I'm saying?
That's the
just
difference.
Tapped in.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and then
you're paying attention.
And like society wants to make you different all the time. So as soon as you fucking are outside the edge, oh, you're a hipster. And then if you keep going out, you're uncivilized, you know. And then it's just like, as soon as you start like ruffling the society's feathers, you know, and like also with music, and you start like dropping their perception of who you are based off of what you say in narratives like this and the success you have around these kind of spaces, then they're just like, oh shit, you know. But I think we're in a time now, like doing this podcast and sharing these ideas, bro. You know, I think that's where I think we're on the cutting edge of it, man. You know what I'm saying? And
Hey,
it's
you're
just like,
motivating me, bro. I'm talking to you. I'm
Man.
getting hype. Like
Dude,
I'm fucking feeling like, hey, wait, I gotta be better. I gotta do better, dude.
I feel that all the time.
Good.
Every day, man. And
That's a healthy way to look at things.
Yeah, you know, it's we got one life, man. And bro, I'm an overachiever, always have been, man. But now I'm in music, so right now, what I'm overachieving, I'm just sitting back. Bro. I'm just like, what's the next theme?
What's the next move?
I have my next song. It's crazy, man. I'm so tired of like working in this like. Put a song, release it, promote it, put a shirt, that kind of thing. It's just kind of
Es un
tiring.
paquete completo que tienes.
Once you go in a couple cycles, you're like, okay, well, you know, I have this one song. It's a merengue, so I did a merengue, and it's crazy, bro. And it's
The
like,
white elephant in the cookies. Completely
this one's
different.
gold, bro.
The gold one.
This is the white one, but it has
Two
like
cookies stuck together.
like a sour cookie. You know, sour. You know, the candies have the sour and then el dulcecito.
El dulcito adentro.
It's also like I'm also conscious. I'm like, all right, you know, my people like, you know, cuando ponen el merengue in the dance floor, muchos se sientan, güey.
Yeah.
You know, because it's too fast. Los viejitos se sientan, güey. It's just like,
No, mijo, no puedo.
mijo, ahí está, voy a descansar un poquito. You know, but merengues is hard to keep up to. But knowing that, like, dude, one of my favorite genres is merengue, man. 80s merengue. You know, love it, bro. Love it. And this is me, like, again, Chico Che. I'm like, you were trying to copy this, fool. I was like,
Because as soon as you start kind of branching out and checking out the roots, you're like,
you're copying
Mike
this,
Lauda, you
fool.
started doing this. You were listening to that. Cosecha mujeres. Boom. Like, that was my Chico Che, dude.
And sometimes, Mikel Lauda?
Yeah.
Oh, he's bad, bro.
Yeah, I know.
He's a mad storyteller. He's slick, too.
He's smooth with it.
He's smooth with it. He's got that
bro.
tone. And you know he's being cochino, but he's being super
Doble
PG.
sentido. Yeah, su doble sentido. And that's what I learned. Like, I don't classify myself as funny, but I learned how to like say like doble sentido shit based on those kinds of musicians and the cumbias they were singing or the rancheras they were singing or whatever style of music. Mexican music, Latino music like that. It's all inverted, bro. You're hearing one thing, but it's like, oh, we really mean this, and it's coming from here, dog. Doble sentidos.
And that's and like when you go to Brazil, when I live in Brazil, man, I didn't know the doble sentidos, but you feel them.
You feel it.
So you're like, this fool, okay, all right.
So you know it's
hold
good.
on, hold on.
So you know it's
All right,
good.
So you know, so you adjust like, okay, so they're playing that shit too. All right, I know this. You know, and then you bring it out. I think the doble sentidos. Like when I was in Brazil, man, I got away with Spanish for a while.
Did you really?
Just on like the body language. If it, you know, it's like there's a lot of shit we do without saying. Man, I'm teaching my kid that right now.
Yeah.
He's like, and he's just like. And I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, fuck, I can't believe he nailed that one.
Yeah, you got
but
you.
I'm just like doing this ultra sign, these like rays and shit of intention, rays of intention. And I'm like,
It's working.
bro. I'm gonna be one of those dads where we could just be like, and be like,
Oh, bro.
The
Yeah.
dad look.
The
Those are
dad look,
deadly.
bro. My dad lives here.
but not abusing it in
Okay.
conjunction for something that we know is gonna be better. Because the look. You know what's fucking stupid
I was about to go
being
down the rabbit hole with the look, bro.
I was about to say, shut the look off.
I'm going there. That look, man, it's stupid, dude. It's fucking stupid because you're the one that loses.
Yeah.
And that's what I was like, oh, Dad, you're losing the whole fucking time, bro. And I bet he goes to the room, it's like, fuck, man. Fucking hurting or whatever, like huffing and puffing and shit.
Yeah.
And now when I do it, if I get mad, I go to the room, I'm like, damn, I am the one losing. Now everything
lost
sucks
here.
around me.
Yeah.
Everything I'm fucking like, I'm on
Yes.
edge. Or he actually got the best of me, by doing that. Or I just didn't choose another route, man. Or I just wasn't more patient. But the look, my dad had the look. I mean, everybody got the look. But man, yeah, the look, I remember he gave it to my grandchild, to my son for the first time. I was like, no.
All right, I was gonna say, that shit ends here.
That
compita.
shit is different, yo. Like, hold on. That's time out.
Man. They used to call my dad, all my family, my cousins growing up, they used to call him El Dientes, Mr. Teeth, El Dientes. Because my dad would just like, I think it was subconsciously just kind of like start gritting his teeth. And I'd be like, this fool. And my mom always tells me, like, you make your dad so mad because what he tries to do to you when you were little, you just kind of like, whatever. You knew what it was about. You spoke that language and you said, fool, you ain't it. And then I would do that. I'd be like, este way. Everybody was scared of him.
Yeah.
And me, I was just kind of like, oh, here we
Dientes.
go. Here we go, el pinche dientes. Acá va.
Dientes. My dad was scary, man. My dad.
Dad was a Vietnam vet, fool?
Yeah, bro. So he raises all military style.
Did he really?
Yeah. Dude, big ups to my dad. Check this out, bro. So my dad, he had like a heart attack in 2004 when I was in Brazil, bro. And I was like, am
I coming back?
is he all right?
Yeah.
You know, like, shit, you know? And he survived. And, you know, did the whole rehab. He's a teacher, so he had to take time off. And then he got cardiac arrest in 2020, dude. You know, 6 months after my kid was more pandemic. You can't go to hospital visit.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Zero.
I have an infant, you know? And I'm like, the whole life and death shit right before your eyes,
It's
man.
there.
And then, you know, how long has he got to live, doctor? Oh, he's got 2 days to 6 months, you know? And I'm like, well, that's a good thing. Doctors are always wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, thanks for the information, you know? So then we're like, fuck it. Hospice, the whole shit at home. Yeah, como que, you know?
Winding down.
And then we got him caregivers, you know? And then like that whole communicating, they was getting dementia, all that shit, man, was happening. And then he picked that shit up, bro. And then right now, his head, his fucking health, he was better than before.
Al 100.
And I'm like, damn. You know, part of me was like, all right, well, you know, all the work we put into it.
How much you attribute it to him being at home dealing with this as opposed to being in the hospital?
Caregivers.
Yeah.
It's the caregivers to keep their mind. Entonces, cuéntame de no sé qué. You
Know what they're doing.
Taking care of them, babying them, bro. Baby them. Because there's a moment where they can't do anything. You just got to move them, you know. And then they're walking again, you know. All that rehab.
The rebirth,
and they
bro.
get rehab.
The rebirth.
It's a rebirth.
It is.
So my dad, you know, when he was in East LA, he used to run like 3 miles a day or 5 miles a day for like 10 years. So he had this other life where he was an athlete and he had a Malibu, you know.
Super sport.
You know, in 1968, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know, he's just a super interesting guy, man. He's super smart. You know, he's all on politics.
We gotta bring your dad down here, bro.
My dad, he'd be a 5-hour podcast.
Pick his brain about the debate and everything.
But debate, man.
Charlie, bro.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's where we are.
Man, the debate is nuts.
That's what we have to choose from, bro.
That shit is.
Those are the leaders of the fucking free world.
That shit's like choose between a fucking a podrido ass uva or like a fucking podrido ass cherry, bro.
Either way, it's podrido as fuck.
Podrido as fuck. Métele el dedo, se va a caer. Oh, that shit
man.
was really cringy.
It was depressing. It was cringy, and then it was upsetting. Like, damn, fool, this is what we are. This is who we are looking to lead us into whatever's next.
Yeah.
And they didn't let anybody else go in there either. Like,
No.
They had that Robert Kennedy guy. He was out there doing a live
his own.
stream, answering
Yeah.
the questions on his own. Like,
My God.
I'm going to constrain myself to 2 minutes. Like, fuck that. Just put out a fucking podcast or
Yeah.
something.
Put out a.
It's a
dude.
crazy time.
That
bro.
was weird.
It's a crazy
Because I did
time.
watch. My dad got us into watching the debates. We'd have to watch them because he'd put that shit on. We'd have to watch it. You know, and I'm like, oh, this is boring. And then
I enjoyed it.
yeah,
Like all of them since I was little.
Really?
Sí, me encantaba, bro.
Yeah.
2 old white dudes talking shit to each other in a doble sentido way, dog. I was
yeah.
like, I
you
love
used
this.
to Mikel Laura shit
Yeah,
right
I was
there.
like,
with
I
the-
like these guys are talking shit to themselves in a very diplomatic, political
Yeah.
fashion where they're not saying, fuck you, you suck, you're this. They're saying, I disagree
Yeah.
wholeheartedly. And frankly, I'm
Ross
like,
Perot.
shit,
Ross-
yeah.
that sound like Ross
This
Perot to
time,
me.
dude. They're like, look at this asshole over here.
Yeah, it is a
Trump
crazy,
fucked
bro.
all that shit up.
Oh,
But,
shit.
You know, when he started debating, it was just like raw, wild, wild west. You know, part of me was kind of enjoying it. I was like, fuck, he at least woke it up.
Yeah.
Fools have to be quick on their defense. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got to pick up that D because Trump don't give a fuck.
Cero.
Dude,
Le vale.
I was like, damn, that's just like some fool. I follow basketball, you know what I'm saying? That's my forte. But like, that's like a Dennis Rodman, you know? And he just gets more rebounds
worm.
because he's over there like pinching you and like doing these little games. Shit.
Whatever
You
it
don't give about
takes.
the rules.
Whatever it takes, bro.
man.
Doesn't matter.
Scary, man.
I don't care how you get there, as long as you get
Yeah.
there.
And then Biden right there like, soplalo y se va a caer.
Easy. Easy, bro. He froze on us a couple times.
Oh, don't say
like-
us, fool.
I was like, oh, you watch? You watch? I watch. It was us.
Yeah, watching
He
him
froze
look off
on
into the
us. I was like, oh my God. This guy is the president. And there's a reason he's probably been hidden for this long. Like nobody
Dude,
wants to
I
show
know,
up.
way.
But then we got Trump, dog.
That's why AI technology is fucking moving fast so they could like
Too fast.
repaint that fool.
Maybe. Maybe, dog.
They own that shit.
Avatar movie.
Hey, what was it? What was it? The
Hey.
Manchurian Candidate? What was it where, you know?
They were throwing that shit around in the
Dude,
debate.
my wife loves that movie, bro.
The fucking the dog wag the tail wag the dog, all that. It's like it's crazy. It's all these stories and premises for movies and books and just stories that are becoming a reality, and it's crazy. It's a little nuts.
Dude, yeah.
We're raising a family in this thing, guys. All three of us. We're
Yeah.
parents in this era.
You too?
Oh, yeah. I got a Pandini baby myself.
Really?
Yeah. 4 years old.
Wasn't it crazy?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's still
But there's
there.
also,
It still is crazy.
It's kind of awesome at the same time because like I don't like having a lot of people around in general. So like when he was born, it was like we really had to be picking and choosing times. Like, you want to come see him? One at a time. One at a time.
Oh, yeah.
So it was nice. And then we got to spend like a whole week in the hospital, so that's cool.
Eliminate a lot of fights, a lot of tension.
Always.
Like
Yeah.
someone that keeps coming back, like, fool, we're fucking tired. You know,
Yeah.
And we'd have to do that whole
Pandemic. Bájale de huevo.
shit. Categorical pandemic.
You can leave your
Pandemic,
gifts at the
please.
door.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for the food. Ahí déjalo.
Ahí déjalo. Sí, sí, yo te abro. Al rato te marco, al rato te marco. Gracias,
I
gracias,
would open the
gracias.
door, but
You got to take the picture of you eating it, though.
yeah.
That was the real credit.
Thank you.
That was the real one, dude.
Chihuahua,
We had to do
bro.
a lot more shit in the pandemic. Like, yeah, you know, it's crazy, man. It was a crazy time. I didn't go on tour. I was on
Okay.
this fucking big ass tour. You know, that shit got canceled for like 2 years, you know? So that was a blessing in disguise. 'Cause
Yeah.
now my kid and I are tight, man. That little dude is amazing.
Qué bueno,
You know,
bro.
He's just, you know, skin to skin and shit. You know what I'm saying? Skin to skin for un chingo de tiempo. And just seeing him, his muecas, all his shit, like my shit. He's a badass little performer.
Hey, that's a trip, right? When you see your
He
son.
sings all my songs, dude.
And does he really?
Yeah, all of them.
Marihuana también?
Hell yeah, that's his favorite.
That's my
You know,
favorite.
he goes like this, dad.
Boom, boom. Oh, he got the rhythm down?
Don't. Oh yeah. And so right now, so as a you know a cool ass fucking dad and shit that wants my kid to fucking like him, you know that fool, you know we got him.
I got that guy.
You know, back pocket. Any
he's-
moment, boom.
Whenever I pull him out, he's
So I'm like, I don't want to get that fool lessons. Fuck music lessons. Nah, I want to see what your flow is. Give me your flow. You know,
Show
give me
me
your
what you got.
attitude.
Show
Let me see
me.
your time. You know, like let's work on your swing. So then, like me, I do this for a living. You know, and it's the art of conviction out there. You know, we're playing for 3,000 people tonight at this Cal, like pinche San Diego State.
Así, ahí muere. At San Diego
you know,
State, homie.
right
Aztec
there.
for life.
Oh, you? Oh shit! Hey, when we were going to college, applying, it was like apply to your dream schools, and then if you want to go to a party school,
Here we
San
go.
Diego State.
Hell yeah.
And it has a lot
Always
of
get- always
applications.
getting those fucking slaps,
Dude,
dog.
that was 1999. I went
Yeah.
to college in 2000. So in 2000, it was a party school. That one. It was Chico.
Okay, Chico, for
And,
sure.
uh,
Arizona State.
Santa Barbara's
Humble-
a party school.
That one, but that one you had to like actually get better grades or some shit, or less scholarship because you went out of state.
You know what a mind fuck is now? San Diego State has become a top tier university in the country, bro. There's no way.
What?
Yeah, like the prerequisites to get in now, ridiculous.
So that party school shit's done.
I'm sure there's still
They still
some.
got herpes out there.
I just.
De eso existe. It'll never go away.
Oh shit! I was walking through it, man. I thought that shit was like some fucking like some UC shit.
It's,
So
it's,
funny you
it's
say that
overgone.
'cause
Yeah, it's gone
it's
through a
that nice.
transformation. Yeah,
It's
it's gone
that
through a
nice.
transformation. Before we opened the brewery, part of our prerequisites to be part of the owner group of opening the brewery is
Yeah.
we all got to go back to school and procure some sort of certificate in the brewing science or brewing marketing. And San Diego State was one of the first schools that offered that kind of certificate.
Party school. Fool.
Yeah, and I was like,
party school evolution.
we party like gentlemen now. We party like adults.
We got a license to party.
Yeah, we take
got a
sips
license.
out of our beer instead of doing keg stands.
We
bro.
taste it.
I'm not
We don't
drinking it. I'm
pound.
tasting it, compa. Nah, so yeah, it's definitely gone through the evolution of what
Dude.
was and what it is.
Are you guys Kawhi Leonard fans?
always have been?
Oh, so
dog.
Kawhi. Damn, can we talk about Kawhi?
Handle, dog.
What happened?
Wait, let's talk.
What
about-
happened?
We got hurt, bro. And you know.
No. In San Diego, like, how was? Because I don't know what it was like to live here and have.
He was our first, well, I don't want to say first, but he was a legit top 3 Hall of Fame celebrity in San Diego. But the other side of the pillow was that he was super introverted, very quiet, very shy, didn't give much to the media. And obviously he took that with him all the way up into his career right here, even with the Clippers and everything. Just introverted. I think he's gotten a little bit more wide open now, but that was that guy. And that era of basketball here, bro, with, ¿cómo se llama? El Coach Fisher, that was it put San Diego on a map collegiately, which we were never on.
Damn.
So that for us was, oh, wow. We have Coach Fisher here, and we have Kawhi. It's
Who
like,
were the other two famous?
Tony Gwynn. I mean, you can't mess around with Tony Gwynn, baseball player.
okay.
And then Junior Seau. Like as
Oh,
it
Junior-
relates,
he's from here?
Yeah, bro. So Oceanside, San Diego.
Oh,
so as it relates to like that,
Damn.
those kinds of celebrities for like sports and athletics, for me, those are the top 3 that come to mind. You know, so it's awesome. Who's your team in NBA? You say you're a basketball fan.
Yeah, I mean, default Lakers, fuck,
Neta?
unfortunately.
Hey,
Yeah.
whatever. Mira, está pinche generational.
I mean, the
little Bron is on the team now,
Dude,
dog.
no.
Yeah.
Como la ensució. Like he put like some weird thing in the Kool-Aid, man. Like I don't know, that thing's weird, man.
Yeah.
The whole thing is weird. It's just like, anyways, who fucking cares? You know what I'm saying? Honestly, at the end of the day, like
it's all entertainment.
It's all entertainment. In LA, it's always entertainment.
Yep.
Like the last time we won a champion, I mean, it's always in a business. You know, so now it's just like every player is a little business inside of a team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the synergy between teams, it seems to be like, those with lower budgets, like OKC or something like that, where they're playing like real fluid basketball. You know what I'm saying? And like, but yeah, we have LeBron and AD taking up most of the budget. Like then you got money for scrubs and shit like that. You gotta like, have some kind of synergy and an identity. So the identity changes every like trade deadline. So we've been grabbing onto scraps and shit, and then in 2020 we had that badass team.
It was.
But then all like gangsters and shit, who's like, hey, go take your fucking 20 mil over here, bro. Hey, good looking out, bro. It's 2 million here or 15 over here, bro. Like,
go get your money.
Gotta go get the fam. Gotta secure the legacy, bro.
Yeah.
All up. So, you see all the business deals and shit like that, and like, everybody fucking, and then rebuilding and shit. It's just
shit. I'm a Clipper fan, bro. All I know is heartbreak, dog.
Oh yeah.
It used to be ours.
Yeah, dude. All I know are my
you had
team,
hopes this year, huh, fool?
bro.
Shit, you got
Mis equipos son los Padres, los Chargers, y los pinches Clippers. Nothing but heartaches, dog.
Dude.
No championships. They're zero, fool. Fuck.
Hey, don't forget the goals.
Oh, nah.
Sometimes I think that the Clippers won't go far because they're just like red, white, and blue. It's just like when it's red and white and then blue, I'm just like America. I'm like, nah, dude, you go America, you're going down.
Yeah, valió pito. Yeah, valió pito. See you at the debate, fellow.
I know.
Hey, I've always been curious because you've been touring now for a while. You guys have been doing your thing, going across the country. You see different kinds of demographics out there, man. What is the reception to the style of music you guys are putting out there and just the culture you're bringing, the vibe you put on the stage every night?
Dude, first of all, just for Chicano, much love to Bardo, Carlos, Quincy, and Dylan. We're just rolling together hard. The playing, dude, is on another level.
That's the synergy.
It's the best I've been playing in my life. Like, it's just the elevation.
You feel it.
Mm-hmm. You feel it. You're part of it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm over here like, this is the same guy that's telling you that, like, the knucklehead shit in the project. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same shit like, hey, fool. And this is a certain language that I always want to get across in my music with all my peoples, man, and anyone that's trying to latch on to, like, trying to do something you want to do with your life. I'll be like, hey, fool, kale's pretty bomb, fool. If you cook it right, like, that shit'll fucking make your shit all dope too, fool. Or you shouldn't really be eating that. You should really switch to kale. It has more nutrition, and the fiber really gets through the carnitas.
So
you know what I'm saying?
It cuts through the menudo.
And that carbonation is not bad either. And you should not even be drinking water before you even eat. You should save it,
Presentation.
No mames, güey. A little bit of time on the familiarity. Like, hey, güey, ya te conozco así, güey. Let's
Dale vuelta.
And like, and then, little by little and shit, confianza. So I think my music, I talk about with the era and shit, I do the cumbias. I talk about a lot of food, For me, it's the food. It's the portal to the soul. You know what I'm saying? And there's a spot in LA called Tommy's, and it's like a chili burger. It's not all that fucking good, you know what I'm saying? But it's fucking amazing.
With the peppers.
If you grew up eating that shit, it's just like, fuck yeah. You fucking smell like Tommy's the next day. The whole shit, Estaba borracho probably, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm over here all healthy and shit and working out, fucking conscious of my sugar levels and all that kind of thing because diabetes runs the family. I'm the healthiest one, probably very conscious about like eating organic or not. I have a baby, it's just like about like really doing preventative medicine in terms of eating fucking nopales, you know what I'm saying? Like eat greens, so that you can stop the fucking eczema, all your scratching, all that hydrocortisone shit that the fucking doctor, pídele más, para que no se acabe. No, stop eating pan.
How about
stop eating fucking pan bimbo. That shit's fucking terrible. Look at all the ingredients. They're like 19. Pan should have like 5 and shit,
Water, flour, yeast.
So it's unlocking these little hacks and shit. Be like, hey, have you ever thought about this shit? What the fuck is all that for? As opposed to like, that's really unhealthy for you, hydrogenated soybean oil.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Some other like, all right, fool. And then you had that
this
same boy like,
all
this
educated,
fool.
telling us what to do.
All of a
That's like getting a
sudden.
McDouble right now.
Yeah. And we offered him McDonald's.
You did. I was like, nah, fool. I need a salad right now. But yeah, I can go every day eating a burger and shit on tour because, it's just like, You gotta.
That's the diet.
That's the diet experiments. How do they do it here? Shit.
Yeah.
You don't never know. But yeah, but what do you call it? Yeah, so food, cumbia, and comedy. You know, I try to be a little funny. You know, it's just like my wife really helps me a lot with my lyrics, man. Sometimes she's writing lyrics for me now.
That's dope.
She's bad. She's from Panama, so she has her swing. She has a little swingcito differently. So she throws it in like the Panama swing. It's more like it's dope because it's like el sentido, you know, doble sentido is closer to her. And then the salsa merengue shit, like, or the plena, the fucking general, bro, took over the whole country. You know, she knows all that shit. You know, all the plenas and shit. And so she'll help me out. And I'm like, I can't say that. It's like not Mexican. Like I have to keep it like 82 to 89 Mexican. That's just too like Boricua right now. You know? I was like, that's too dirty.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I can't.
yeah.
You know, I can't do that shit. You know, it's funny, but it's like nah. Or like she had one line. She's like, I did a cumbia for Yo Soy Tu Santa for Christmas. And there's like Vengo con un swing aunque no me creas. Ay, mami, yo soy el que menea tu chimenea. What? I was like, damn, Lore, what the
What's she doing in that chimney?
I was like, hey, yo soy el que menea tu chimenea. I was like, that shit is classic gold. I was like, I'd be like, are you like, you right? She's like, yeah, I used to, write poetry and stuff. I was like, for real, but you're like good. You want to keep working with me, or
can I see your notes?
You know, yeah.
let me scope these notes out.
So that's been cool, and that's been also letting the pride, like swallowing your pride, and be like, yo, acknowledge the collaboration, and you'll get further. You know, love as opposed to this whole like, oh well, this is my name. This is arena shit though.
Yeah, no.
You know, now she writes lyrics and shit.
Hey, that's new age mentality, homie.
Dude, it is. It's power. Finding the power where
that ain't 80s, 90s Mexican.
No,
that ain't Theo Mexicans right there, homie, from back in the day. This is a new way of thinking.
My wife the other day, she looks at me and she's like, my wife she's an Aquarius, but she has a fucking ton of ideas. She's like, it's too many ideas. She's like, but when she has a good one, she'll be like, she'll come to me with a good idea like once in a while, and she smiles. She's like, I have an idea for a video, I have this cumbia quebradita I want to do, and it's just like I won't say what it is because somebody will fucking rip it off and go do that shit tomorrow because it's too good. I'll tell you after. But it's like she had the whole fucking scenes for the music video and the whole shit, and I'm just like I just have to look at her eyes, bro, and be like, once I see the fire, the ting, I'm like, let's go.
It's on.
I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
But I'm in.
I'm in, man. I like that fire.
Yeah, wait, no, bro.
And that's what you find the fire in a lot of people. And I find it in you right now.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like
I had a burger though. You might be seeing a different kind of fire, dog.
Nasty.
Nasty fire.
And so it's just like, man, it's cool to align yourself with fools that have the fire. And it's just like, and they're white, black, fucking all that shit. Yeah. So that's one thing as Raza growing up is just like, man, recognize talent, recognize skill, recognize like love and the fire and people that really want to work on an idea and on a concept, and just build that shit. You're like, damn, how fucking dope. We just got together. We're not even like, nothing happened. That's dope though.
Yeah.
We're just carving at something.
At something.
At something. It's not overnight shit. It's just like an idea to get together. Just, hey, let's keep talking about this shit.
We'll get back to it. You know, like that type of mentality.
You know what I was thinking? And someone has an idea and it goes super far. When you have the platform for it, or a space or like, things go really far when you plan them. And this organization, that's one thing for the time organization.
You gotta teach me that.
Hey, can someone teach me, man?
We gotta find somebody to teach us that. That's the hardest part of all things, man.
Of all things, man. All your goals and shit don't fucking matter if you can't manage your time.
Yeah, I suck at it. Real shit.
My wife was like, hey, you should like, and then like, hey. And I'm like, fuck, because I'm always stressed and shit. I got too much on my plate. Yeah. I got my band. Yep. I got my fucking Chicano Batman, my band shit, my dad, all this shit. Like, and then I got a house. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
My piece of the pie.
But and there's a lot of things going on, but I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
Life, bro.
Time management.
See? I gotta even fucking like.
We need him around. He's our Siri.
No, don't look for me for that. I'm the worst.
Time management. So,
la neta,
one
bro,
time I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna fucking look into this shit, bro. So I was on YouTube. How to manage time video. I really went basic.
There's something there?
Oh, man. There's an industry. So then there's one guy had a lot of views and shit, And he was like, I'm going to teach you 5 things you can do. Blah, blah, blah. Stop to manage your time. Stop wasting time and build productivity, blah, blah, blah. And then he built up this fucking intro. He's like, the number one thing that you must start doing And if there's one thing you're gonna be doing, and take priority over everything, just remember this one thing. And I'm like, wait, this is fucking stupid. This was wasting my time and shit. I'm watching that. I'm over here like, like this, like, oh, fool, just say it, dick. And then he's just like, he looks in the camera, he stops, and he goes,
the money shot.
Stop doing stupid shit. And I was like, damn, bro, that shit hurt me, fool. I took offense. I was like, wait, fuck you. What do you mean stupid shit? And they're like, and he said it again, stop doing stupid shit. And I'm just like,
there's truth there.
What the fuck is he talking about? And then as he kept talking, you're just like, oh, the stupid shit he's talking about, fool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. There's stupid shit. Yeah.
Easy. So you're like, that dumbass shit that you think you got to do, but you're putting in front of this other shit because you're too scared, fool. All that kind of thing. It's just like, stop doing all that stupid shit, And I'm like, damn, that's deep, dude. So that one really like
simple. Every
time I think I'm on fucking real and shit, like watching these fucking the fools put the snakes on the golfers.
Yeah.
Like, hey, fool, there's a snake, fool. I'm my favorite right now.
After that old white guy crashes into the golf cart.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, that was kind of mean though. That's your homie. This fucking has
old man. What kind of homies are you?
Broken hip now, dude. Yeah. He was 50, fool.
Fucking Walter got a broken ass hip now. They fucked him over.
Se quedan en el piso. I'm like, oh. I'm just like, damn, I haven't seen one with raza and shit. All these white people was just doing to each other. I'm like, dude, you guys are fucking nuts. You guys are fucked up, fool. But after like 15 minutes of watching that, I'm like, yeah, wait.
Yeah.
Hey, fool.
Córtale.
What the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. But it's keeping that voice active, is the hard part. The exercise.
My wife is that active voice. And she makes it very apparent because she's like, hey, look at all of the things that you have going on, and this is what you're spending your time on.
Yeah.
You're going to the bathroom for 45 minutes, and you're probably just going up and down looking at reels. And I'm like, yeah. I feel like it's my decompressed time. It's like I'm so honestly, you are a busy man.
Yeah.
You have many pots in which your fingers are a part of. And on a much lower level, myself as well. I got the business, I got the family, we've got these projects, and my wife's like, you got to get rid of the dumb shit. Like whatever it is that's not like creating something for a better future or towards your end goal. What is it? Why are you doing it?
Sick ass wife.
I wouldn't be anywhere near to what I'm doing, however small or big you may view it, without her.
Yeah.
I need her in my corner.
Where the camera. That's 100%.
Look, like, hi ladies, we love you.
Solo projects are not solo. They're supported by 100% a wife.
And creativity. A family, my mom, my dad, my team, and everything. But still, my wife is the one that's with me 24/7. And she is the one who is giving me that gentle push in the back, like, don't be afraid, do it. Or a different kind of kick. Yeah, we
wouldn't be doing anything if our wives didn't let us.
Yeah, like
remember, if it feels uncomfortable, you're in the right place.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you're scared, good.
If you're scared, good. You should be scared. Imagine you weren't scared.
Yeah, everybody would be doing it. Everybody. So all those generational voices, my mom, my dad, abuelitos, just are always in the back of my head.
Yeah.
Should I be doing this? Should I be doing this? Fuck it. Do it. I'm like, all right, let's go.
And my wife's not the type to, it's like we'll be at Target and shit. You know what I'm saying? And
why wouldn't you be at Target?
Or whatever. And like, oh, excuse me, are you in Chicano Batman? And I'm like, yeah, I am. Oh my God, I'm such a fan, blah, blah, blah. You think I can take a picture of the whole thing? And then, having enough of those things, it's like my wife is just like, but I would take offense, but it's more like like, what am I trying to say? It's this weird space between the public, and I don't bring that home. At home, I'm not that full, Chicano Batman shit. I'm a whole different dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, like psycho killer, like mode, like, going for gold in a different dimension. I'm
on stage, otro pedo.
Fucking gone, bro.
Yeah.
I am gone, dude. And I'm just not coming back until the end, And then after I'm back, give me 30 minutes to let the shit ooze out. And I can be like, what's
all
up,
right,
bro?
Where's the kale at?
Oh, man, what's up?
Where's the kale at?
And but like, and then this other world, it's just like, I'm just trying to do some normal ass shit, I'm like, this is dope.
Dr. Jekyll,
Mr.
We
came out
shit,
together to Target. Fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? But just handling those two things, sometimes it's crazy. But I don't know what else to say. The whole Target thing, the whole public thing is
the whole public thing. Yeah,
it's cool. It's actually cool.
All right,
I
so
will
wait,
say that.
Write it down. Do we hit you up if we see you at Target, or do we just all right?
Always,
hit
man.
Him up when we see Target.
all my like public figure fools that like, that are always down to like, I mean, honestly, it's not even that. man, I think the biggest reward now, having done all this music stuff, man, I saw like girls in Salt Lake City with my shirt for the cumbia shit.
Yeah?
Not even Chicano. They wore one of mine to a Chicano Batman show. And I'm like, I was like, come here.
Yeah.
You know?
For the gram.
And I'm just like, some real ones, you know? And so, but going in, like it's like, you know, that cumbia, the pink elephants, you know what I'm saying? Someone that understands that and Chicano at the same time. It's just like, yo, this is an identity thing, bro. This is a movement thing. This is a like, hey, grab onto you know, the shit you like, and let's.
You also found the demographic.
You know, the demographic, and that's one thing too, man. It's crazy, man, because I've been thinking about this lately a lot, because we use like an Anglo rock infrastructure to put Chicano Batman on a different platform.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Because it's not a Latino based industry out there. You know, like when we're doing these rock shows, venues, like we had to rebrand ourselves as a rock band to get rock gigs. Otherwise, you're just a Latino psychedelic rock band.
Good.
Real facts, fool. You know, it's just like
Osomatli.
We've all
B-side
experienced these challenges.
Boom, boom, boom.
How to like get on a bigger stage, because we know we're badass.
Yeah.
You know, we're like, fool, if we only had the chance. You know, and Joey feel like that. If I only had the chance to do that shit, I'll fuck you. I'll fuck you or something. You know what I'm saying? And then once we're there, it's just like, all right, well, let's fucking really do it.
Let's fuck them up.
You know, let's fuck them up. And so and let's do it consistently. But yeah, it's a crazy time.
Good for you, bro. That smile and that glare, that little stare, that tells me everything I need to know about what goes on tour. You're a savage on stage and just living your dream.
Yeah, bro. I truly am. And you know, I don't know what my dream is. You know what my dream is, bro? I think all this it comes back to some kind of youth development. I've always wanted to, like, I'm down with the kids, bro. Super down. You know, I'm down with, like, you know, bands that want to learn, like, the business of things, you know. Like, I did a workshop in Oxnard. My friend Jose Cano from Cafeteras, he had a workshop out there. And I'm like, dude, I fucking would love to go speak at that, you know. So he invited a lot of people. It was like at a conference center. It was like legit, you know, snacks and shit, you know, antes. And so, you know, the podium, microphones, and we did this talk. And a lot of stuff was like, a Q&A was like, how do we get a movement coming into our city? Or like, how do I get a t-shirt going, you know? And there's some certain things like the t-shirt. I was like, man, pay a designer, bro, that can do a dope ass t-shirt. Fucking pay him $400. Whatever he asks for, you're gonna make that shit back easy. But if you get your homie full, $80, you know, that fool's gonna even do it in a month and a half, you know, one draft. You're not gonna like it. You're gonna feel bad. You're not gonna do it. He's not gonna be your friend no more because you're a snapper. You know what I'm saying? And then what? Fucking you wasted 4 months. You have a shitty ass fucking design, you know, and you don't even have a shirt yet, you know? And just imagine if you just brand that shit up quick, just save the money up front, have the conception, the ideas, figure it out, you know? Get together with the homie, talk about it again, go home, you know? Craft it, stupid ideas. Hey, fool, you know what I was thinking, though? May sound dumb, but what about if, dude, I have those calls all the time with my fools. Like, hey, you know what'd be fucking stupid? You know? And then they're like, oh, well, we could do maybe that. I'm like, oh, you think so? So then we add something to
the layers start happening.
El mole. It just started getting another flavor.
That's like casserole for you, Barry.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with mole.
A mole is like a casserole. Le pones lo que sepa bueno, you know, something, whatever tastes good to you, brother.
Spicy. A veces no.
A veces no.
A veces no. And I don't like that one. I like it spicy a little bit.
I don't even like mole, fool. You're gonna hate me. I think that fire you saw in me earlier, that connection we had, it's gonna be gone because I don't like mole now.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I fucking love mole, but that shit fucking makes me itch nasty.
Really?
There's like 30 ingredients of that shit. Yeah? Something's fucking
something in there. One of the 30.
Something ain't right, dude. You know, I can't figure it out, so I just keep eating it. Fuck it, then I'm just gonna scratch for 2 days. Ahí está. You know, but
a
ver qué pasa, dude. You know, one of my big moments too in this whole cumbia shit is I did a marijuana, that song, and I had some homeboys in Houston that knew el hijo de Fito Olivares.
Okay.
And I was, you know, el colesterol.
Yeah, que se me sube el colesterol.
Legend, you know, and
Barry, you know this, come on.
Hell yeah, it's on Grand Theft Auto, dude.
It's on Grand Theft Auto.
That's fucking fresh. That's super fresh. Dude, that you go through Linwood, go through South Central with that shit. That's
next level.
Or Chalino Sanchez, imagine.
Imagine.
Dude, see, any raza, so we need the raza, like, no, we don't need raza, just program video games, you know?
Uh-huh.
And just put like
Just put
paisa
that
shit
paisa soundtrack in the background.
Dude,
you know
GTA 5, they've got it.
They do?
Yeah, they got a whole channel, like a whole, because they have radio stations for like everything, right? It's like a real city and shit, and they have like a whole fucking like Latino channel, and they got all that shit. They got Tigres del Norte on there and shit.
Yeah.
Damn, they're on it.
Dude, how dope is this? We had somebody on last week on the podcast. My pinche Bobby Cressy. He's the organist for the San Diego Padres, and he goes on there and he tells us, "Yeah, I play La Puerta Negra by Los Tigres del Norte in between innings," and people are like, "I know that song," and then it takes them all like, and everybody starts singing. It's like, that's what's happened, bro. Like what we grew up listening to, what we grew up like, like, oh, this is us, it's different, has become so mainstream and accepted globally that it's just kind of seeping in to everything now. This motherfucker's playing La Chona in a Padre game. Tigres del Norte riffs in a Padre game. Ramon Ayala, rinconcito en esquina, bro. Un rinconcito en el cielo. Doing that at a game on an organ. Oh, like, I'm like, shit.
So you know what? I was on tour. We were playing in Atlanta. We were at a festival. We actually, it's crazy to see. So again, the fool from junior high, hey, fool, I played at a festival, fool. You know who I played right before? Offspring, fool. And then in the Queen of the Stone Age, for me, it's still unreal. I'm like, I played right before Offspring in a festival in Georgia, in Atlanta. It's crazy. Anyways, I went to the bus and I was like, fuck, I'm going to watch some boxing. So Canelo was fighting. And then before that, they had, Mexicanos de Ring de Guerra, all that shit. And then the national anthem, it was mariachi, bro. It was youth.
Okay.
Or it was mariachi or like, yeah, I think it was mariachi, bro. But they did the whole thing, and I was like, kind of mad, low key. I was like, hey, nah, like that's not that. And I was like, damn, these fools are fucking good, eh? I was like, damn, man. I was like, fuck, if I had to do it, I'd do it like that too.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, you kept that shit you though. I was like, fuck. I just saw the evolution. I told my wife about it. I was like, I think I witnessed something today for the first time that I hadn't experienced in my lifetime. Like the transition of like this American and Mexican shit, like in this boxing opening, right in front of my eyes. I felt like I was witnessing something for the first time. Like I felt it in my body. I was like, damn, we're there.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's only something that people like us could feel, because
Yeah.
it's tapping into both cultures of the both things that we're living.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's just like
They're speaking my language, bro.
Yeah, dude.
In the music that they're playing it, in the manner that they're presenting it, and the people who are doing it, like, oh shit, that's my language.
Man, before the show, we have a walk-on song. you
Okay.
know? And then we've been doing this one called David Axelrod, and I mean, from David Axelrod, which is sick. And then, we chose other songs, but a few tours ago, I've been doing it on this tour. I'm like, man, let's put El Rey, bro. And I was like, promise.
Everyone gonna scream.
It's gonna fucking destroy it.
Yeah.
So we did it in Chicago, bro.
No,
too easy.
Yeah, that was a layup, dog.
Super layup. And then, so it's just like, man, you put that shit on, and then we just let it go. And I was like, no, let them sing the first verse.
Yeah, let them get
They
into
want to
it.
sing
Hook
it.
them, bring them
And,
in.
and it's like, once we go out there, man, ya están aguaditos, man. It's like we already played 4 songs, 4 of their favorite songs just in one. All that
They're
shit.
ready, bro. Marinated.
In all the cities. And then we close out with Sonidita, like exit song, And then people go nuts. They stay partying and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then the crew is like, who the fuck is this band? What the fuck is, that's the other thing too, is like all the crew and they're always like, we go out for encore and shit. They're always side stage, like applauding and shit, like, So, man, it's crazy to be doing this, at this level, man. And just like, impressing fools that never heard of us before.
How awesome, bro.
And it's just, the other day we were in a place called Taos, New Mexico. And, man, we went to an indigenous like reservation, man. And met some of the elders and then invited some of them to their kids to the show. They all went, They were at the show, seeing Chicano Batman live. They had heard us on the radio all week, small little town. And I'm like, damn, this journey's taking me very interesting. He gave me, one of the elders, his name's Joseph, he gave me this. He's like,
bro,
thank you
look
for your
at that.
journey.
See, that's what I'm saying,
So I was like,
bro.
let's put this shit on, bro. I'm real. I gotta take these blessings as they come to me.
Yes.
They're all blessings. Being able to do this is a
You
blessing.
are.
And yeah, I feel it. And I feel right now, bro, like, the cumbia stuff and like the following, the forum. I'm playing the forum tomorrow, dude. That's like
That's next level.
That's super next level, man. And so
That's highlight reel at the end of your days, bro. When you're closing your eyes and you're going through like, hey, this was a sick ass life. Oh, look at that, the forum.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this, my upbringing. Oh, look at.
Yeah.
I called him,
Emo Brown.
I called Ray Dad.
Emo
He's
Brown.
my dad now.
brought to you by Emo Brown
brought to you by-
Podcast.
all of those things, bro. The highlight reel. Dog.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
forum is it's for everybody now.
Yeah.
Like what you're doing, I'm like, I'm proud of you.
That's
And I
exactly-
barely met you, and I'm like, this motherfucker, I'm proud of this guy because he's doing
you,
it,
man.
and I'm there, and I feel like I'm gonna be there. You know?
And this overwhelming feeling has been coming through me in this last like month because, dude, we were on Jimmy Kimmel, right? That's crazy. And then we were like, I did the opening pitch at the Dodger game.
You did that?
No mames, bro. I've never.
Fuck the Dodgers.
I'm not a baseball fan. But I was that day.
I was the biggest fan that
I was
day.
like, fuck,
bro.
I'll do it. Hell yeah.
How was the pitch?
Dude, check this out.
All right.
Never in my life have I ever had so many texts and calls from people telling me, don't fuck this up.
Yeah.
My mom, fool.
Tu mamá.
My suegra, bro.
Pobre
You know?
de ti si la
Tú sabes
cagas,
que
mijo.
tienes que darle. You know?
Tienes que
You know,
darle.
and then my padrino would be like, pero atínale. And I'm
Damn,
like,
no
dude,
pressure.
he never called me for this kind of shit. All of a sudden, it's like, you can't throw that shit short. And I was like, hey, fool, like, I play sports growing up and shit. Like, I could throw, fool. Like,
Bro, you didn't know who Tony Gwynn was earlier.
But
I could throw.
They stopped boring. But I could throw and shit. And then like like rocks and shit in the water. And then we practiced with we had a chance to practice before the game with one fool threw it at you, the other one threw it back. So I was like, all right, so close, further. Until he's like, this is about whatever it is, 30 or 50 feet, And I was like, no mames, güey, okay. Fool.
otro pedo.
So then I was just like, all of a sudden,
Levantaste la patita.
hell yeah, bro.
Let's do that shit again. Sas.
And then I was doing good. And then I was like, hey, he's like, because one of my friends was like, don't get on the mound, get on the side. People do it on the mound, but it's a lot harder. And then I asked him, like, hey, should I get on the mound or in front? He's like, you got it, bro. You got it. You got this. I was like, for real?
You went on the mound, bro.
So I was like, hell yeah. So I went on the mound. I even went further back and I was just like, boom, got it. It was like over. And I was like so relieved, man. I felt the weight of the city on me.
Why? Yes.
And it was amazing. I was like, man, I can't believe that week when I found out, I felt like on Wednesday, I had to do it like on Sunday. And I was just like, man, what does it mean, dude? Because
Congratulations,
Boyle
bro.
Heights, bro, like we used to see the fireworks, like we had to stand on top of the basureros, bro.
But you saw them.
You see the fucking sparks, on the other side of the hill. And then now I'm pitching in that. So at that point, I was just like, man, I'm just a vessel for like all my people, bro. And that's what you said right now. And you feel that, and that's exactly what this is. Like, I'm just a rep. I'm doing my shit. I'm doing my shit at the high level that I possibly can. You do your shit too, homie. Because I can't fucking do it for everybody.
Yeah.
But like, I'm holding it down. Like, do your shit, But like I'm doing this shit for us. I'm breaking space for us. Like, bro, our name's going to be in the forum right there. Kendrick, he just
Inspiring.
played Kendrick. Fuck it, I don't know who else. And Chicano Batman. Everybody who's
know
ever
who
played.
else and Chicano
I don't know who else. But Chicano Batman. Kendrick, I don't know who else. Chicano Batman, bro.
Interesting name.
And fucking, when people go to the restroom and shit at the forum, go get a beer in the hallways, our name will always be there, man.
Felicidades, bro.
Thank you, man.
That's
And
shit. That's food.
that's,
That's heavy.
This is the next thing, bro. Like, one thing I'm also learning, man, is just gotta enjoy these things because there's always the next shit full, and then we're always thinking about the next shit. The Foreign Mans, we're already full. The Foreign Man, we gotta go to fucking San Francisco, play this fucking show for 10,000 people. And I'm just like, no, fuck, shit, So I'm like, how can I enjoy the Foreign if it's
don't
9:30?
stop.
I have 9:30 sound check on fucking Sunday in the morning after. Okay, it don't stop, but it's just like, man, it's almost like the public. Sometimes the public also reminds you what the milestones are because Chicano Batman is hosting. We're doing it is definitely like is like the people's band, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I was doing an interview yesterday, and I was just telling the interviewer, like, I think when people Google Chicano Batman probably got to come up. And she's like, actually it does.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, so now that we got that established, it's just like, for me, out here, especially with the cumbia shit, it's just be raw with it, be funky with it, encuérate, way, and be you, be stupid, be silly, like be the core of who you really are sooner than later because you'll free yourself. And it's son capas. Deja las capas ir, and then you don't have to worry so much about perception and none of that.
Because you're being you.
Because you're being you, man. And then you're so unique that those fools around you are not being unique. So they're just trying to judge you and shit, put your ass down. And it's like, they got work to do, And as soon as you start hanging around fools that are just more free, then you guys are just chilling.
Yep.
You guys are just chilling, And it's just like I don't know. It just remind myself of just, I don't know. A lot of good things that we're talking about right now that like we could keep going, man.
I'm excited for Chicano Batman here in San Diego. I'm a little more excited for when you come down to Corazón del Barrio in August, bro.
So, dude, that shit is unreal. I've always wanted to play San Diego.
Okay.
You know, I played one time here at UCSD. but
UCSD.
It was a different kind of gig, you know.
I want to say Shea Cafe. I have to look at it. Was it?
If it's at UCSD, it's Shea Cafe.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like that little spot, like on a hill with like a tiny ass little parking lot.
And it has a cafe inside.
Cafe, yeah.
Yeah.
All
That
that, like
spot.
artwork and shit on the walls.
Yeah, that's fun.
They do a lot of good hardcore shows there.
Yeah. No shit.
Fuck yeah. I got
Rage
my
Against the
face
Machine
bashed
played
in there, dude.
there. Like in the onset too. They've hosted a lot of shows.
Wow.
Bro. Yeah.
Well, shit. That shit was.
I've climbed those rafters.
Damn, that's crazy. So it was cool. But yeah, this is dope, man. Like yeah, I've compiled a bunch of cumbias already. You know, the last one I did was Takis. That shit was it's grimy, super grimy, and like I think it's about addiction. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I go to the liquor, I need my shit. I need my Takis. I need one lick. You know, I one lick and I want more. Give me my Takis. You know, and it's just like I don't fucking like Takis, dude. They're fucking nasty.
Everything you told me about yourself is the complete antithesis of you eating Takis.
Exactly. Which is why it's perfect.
Perfect for you.
Because
the sweet spot.
When I was going to doing substitute teaching in like Inglewood, and like different places like that, all the kids would eat Takis and drink Monsters for breakfast.
Oh shit!
Or those Starbucks fucking Frappuccino shit.
The cornerstone
Diarrhea
of
for lunch.
Yeah, man.
I see that and I'm like, damn, really? Is that your breakfast? Yeah, mister, you want one? You know? And I'm like, nah, no way. And I would just be like, damn, and I see it everywhere. And I'm like, fuck, Takis and Monster. That would be the original title, Takis and Monster. But I was like, fuck, Takis is enough, dude. You know? But
I can't say shit. I love Takis.
But yeah, but dude, it's like once I like Doritos, but once I start eating them, I fucking can't stop. And I'm just like, oh, this is some addicting right here, some addictive shit right there. But you know, it's just like with the cumbia shit, is also to like get in with the people, man. You know, get in with the people, go talk their language and shit. My whole thing is like, I have an album that I'm preparing to like, I have to finish some vocals to put out already for fucking 5 years or some shit. But this next one is like, there's more ballads, you know. There's one I write about my dad, you know, and then my journey. So, dude, so my dad, you know, I talked about my dad a lot on this podcast, which thanks you for giving me the platform to do that. I didn't know that, but you know, I guess just being on this journey, you know, on the road and shit, you open up your pores, you know, saying that you appreciate, and me not being home with my son, you know, and me not having a father when I was his age, you know, so a lot of these things just really like, you know, they come back, you know. But what were we talking about? What did I say about my dad? Yeah. So on this album, I had this one moment when I was going through therapy where I was like, you know, I was really affected. My dad never told me he loves me.
Oh,
you know, that whole thing.
The Mexican complex.
Woo! So then I got this plan in my head. It took me like 6 months and shit like that to like take him out to lunch or shit dinner and then tell him that, so I did. So I took him out to lunch and then I was like, Dad, you know, I brought you lunch so that, you know, I could just let you know that, you know, you never told me you loved me when I was a kid. And I think it affected me in a very bad way, you know? And I was like, my legs were trembling full. Oh my God, dude, I was fucking going nuts. And then he's like, well, yeah, you're right. And I was like, damn. And then he explained to me.
Horrible.
He explained to me how he thought he was expressing his love to me. And I was like, I'll take that, hijito. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take that shit. Like that 35-year-old, 34-year-old trying to figure it out. This is my new route, that whole thing. I was like, I'll take that, you know? And so I wrote a song about it, you know? And I'm just like, damn, I don't want to be singing about things I'm not really working on in real life. You know, that's just my style, you know? And because I can't, out there is the art of conviction. I got to play this shit, homie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got to play it. I got to mean it. You know, like
if you want it to be good and you want it to be heartfelt.
Buñuelos a montón. You know, I wrote that song like once my tia died. And I was like, damn, this is our first year. She cooks everything every year. Oh, who's going to do it this year?
Pick up the slack?
Who's going to pick up the slack, you know? Then the salsas, you know, unique, you know, all that shit. So I did a song. I remember playing that shit like a few days before Christmas. All my family was at my mom's house. And then like, oh, Eduardo did a song for Christmas. And then my wife put it in there. And I was like, I cannot be in this fucking room right
I was
now.
going to say, man.
Dude, I went outside. I was like, oh, that's that chorus. Yep. Yeah. Oh, it's the mix. Fuck, that shit guitar came a little loud. I was just like trying to distract myself. And then fucking like I go in like later. My wife's like, dude, everybody's fucking
bawling.
crying, bro. I was like, yeah. you know.
Yeah.
I was like, I do not want to fucking read it though.
But you know, that's the makings of a great song. Dog.
Totally, man. You
Amor
know?
Eterno brings everyone in my house to
Amor
tears. To the dude,
Eterno. That's the funeral song.
that's
bro.
the one, dog.
That's the one. That's the Stairway to Heaven.
That's-
Fucking
yeah.
of like Faisal shit.
We have a bar, aquí se llama the Elwood, and I'll get texts from staff telling me, hey, your mom's here, your sister's here, your aunts are here, or whatever. And then I'll look on the camera, I was like, ahí están, contentas. And I'll access the jukebox. Dog.
Yeah.
And I'll put Amor Eterno by Rocío Dúrcal.
Yeah.
And then I just...
Oh,
and
that was good, dude. That one is so good.
And then I'll just keep watching. Like, I'll be like, oh, let's see how long before they realize. And then, yeah, bro, they'll just start crying, dude. And they look at the cameras and they'll just flip me and the staff, like, they'll be like, hey, fool, you really fucked your family up with that one. I said, hey, give them a shot. They're just, my bad. I didn't know if they was going to take it like that.
Sad people drink more.
Bro, I do it like that.
The one with Rocío Dúrcal.
That's
dude.
the banger.
That's the one.
That's the banger.
And
That's
that
the one.
raspy shit
Ooh.
up on the top. I'm like, oh, she's the one, dude.
Not even Mexican Barry. A Spaniard.
She's Spaniard?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did I
they
just burst
do
that
it
bubble
like
for you?
that, yeah.
Spaniard.
Española. No, man. An amazing song, bro. It doesn't matter who, what, where. If you've lost, you've loved, and you've lost love, that song right there will just tap into something that's inside of you.
Yeah.
And oof, te lo muelen. You're like,
You know who does that? To me, is Juan Gabriel.
pues sí.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
To everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wrote that song about his mom passing.
That's his. Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm thinking about him because he has the emotion in the voice.
Bro.
Man, I use him as a reference to sing my songs, or Chicano or my shit all the time. Dude.
Really?
All the time. Because I'm just like, I get in it, man. I'm like, oh, I see what you're doing. You're not really, you're just saying it in a key. You know, you're not singing it sometimes. You're just like, se te sale. And you're even flat on certain areas. And I'm like, but then you pick it up on the, you know, and I'm like, that's, the moment is there. Fuck. That's just a preparation for the moment. So the dynamics of what he does, it's like, I mean, he's a natural. Some fools are natural, and some fools got to study those fools. Be like, damn, that's how you do it. That's crazy. And other fools have this natural stamp on on the world. That fool had one. You know what I'm saying? He's just
Everything he did with conviction. You know what I mean? Like,
he was like his heart on his sleeve.
it was there
Every
for everyone
song.
to see. This is what I'm about. This is what I'm going to do. Al chile. Sas.
Querida.
¿Qué
Even
más
when he
hacía?
goes, dime cómo tú, dime cómo tú.
I mean, then you
and I'm like,
you just
damn,
felt it.
todavía, güey, fuck. That fool, you know, it just went 100. And it's that kind of shit that like I really like, it like motivates me.
Is it hard for you to tap into that every night after night on tour while you're performing?
You have to tap in. So what helps me tap in is to smoke some weed. I
Go
smoke
ahead.
some weed before a show, man. I smoke a little bit of a joint, and then I'm just like, I just stretch, and I'm just like, I just get inside, man. You know, inside. And
The
then-
transformation commences.
Yeah, absolutely. With like the arena shit, I just gotta like once I get on stage, man, I just have to be a monster, man. You know, and I'm just like, you know, it's
Hey,
just
Barry,
like,
we're going to that shit,
whatever.
dog. We are going.
And we're
to
gonna
that
smoke
shit.
some weed.
Yes, we
Whatever
are
you thought
going.
you know you expected of me, I don't even know what's gonna happen next. I might be a punk, a little bully for a little bit, you know, just to get the blood going and to get the night,
The
get the
juice is
mood
flowing.
get the mood going. You know, if the pit starts early, then I don't gotta do shit for the next few songs. You know, the pit always gets down, and it's just because. Also, my band, bro. Let me talk about my band.
Get it.
So, Chip Christian Hernandez, he plays guitar. He plays guitar with Tropa Mágica right now too, and he plays bass with them. And he's just a soldier. He's like one of the old school heads. He's like a Gen Z fool, but like with the heart of like one of the 50 or the old school heads that works hard. You know, disciplined ass.
What
fool.
is a
big
50-year-old?
heart.
Are those boomers?
No, they're not. I'm talking about us, I guess.
We're
Fools
Gen
that used
Xers,
to
right?
work.
What are we?
Gen X, Gen Y. I think.
I think Steve's
Cusp.
Gen X and you're the cusp of
Yeah,
millennial.
yeah.
You're a millennial.
An elder
I'm
millennial.
the fucking like the tip
beginning of the millennial.
because I looked that shit up and I was like, fuck, it's true.
Yeah, my
But
wife
I was
gets
like,
so
I was like,
upset.
but not fuck those millennials, fool.
My wife is your age, and I was like, looks like I
Stop
did.
it,
Looks
dude.
like you made the millennial list, my love.
Stop
Look at you.
it, man, 'cause
Yo
the-
soy generación X.
Because the tail end of that millennial shit, I was like, fool, you're whack. And I'm like, don't call me no millennial, you know? And then, you know, so then the Gen Z shit, now that's a whole other thing, you know? That's clearly not millennial.
Who watches your shows?
Dude, 18, and the front man is always 18 to 22-year-olds.
Okay.
What's crazy about this thing is like the fan base keeps getting younger and
Yes, sir.
younger and
Yes, sir.
younger
Get
and
it.
younger. And so like now like the album like Cycles of Existential Rhyme, record that shit. 10 years ago. That shit is our number one selling right now. And I was like, damn, does it really take fucking years to like get your shit cracking?
It looks,
you know, it does. You know, it absolutely does. It
the
takes,
business of
it takes,
music.
It takes 10 years for like you to be an overnight sensation. You know what I'm saying? To start getting those looks. You know, like, oh, now we're playing at the park, like the city's paying for us. That's a big check. You know, and like the, you know, and you get a W-9 and shit. You're like, oh shit, someone gotta fucking pay taxes on this shit. What's it gonna be? So, but yeah, man, totally. But yeah, on keyboards, I have this guy named Austin Ford, and he plays in like an industrial pop rock fucking band. He's like a little Mozart on the keyboard. He's wild. He's a white fool.
Okay.
And I'm like, dude, you're not white fool. You're an alien, dude. He's like, fuck yeah. You know, he's a guy all about the music, 100% about the music. So he's like my soul brother, and he has a fire always. And he's a hell of a performer, man. And he plays his Moog. He does, man, he'll play anything. He'll show up to a session of mine to play keyboards on a fucking song, and he'll show up with his phone. Be like, dude, I got this app. I'm like, no mames, wait, I have all this fucking badass gear in the studio. You know, you show up with your phone, and I'm like, no mames, I got to get him a fucking cable for the adapter from the phone to my preamp. I have to crank it. I'm like, I know it's going to be amazing, but the shit he does.
What are you putting me through?
He's unpredictable. He's unpredictable, and I love that shit. But he's also a badass, highly skilled musician. You know, and then like Michael, this other guy, Michael on the bass. I've been playing with it for the last few gigs. He's fucking punk. He got this punk energy. Everyone's got a punk, like metal energy. And I love that shit because that's my heart.
That's your soul. That's where your core is.
But this cumbia shit, I'm like the director. And I'm just like, all right, you know how you guys do this? Pop, 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 we're going to do this. All right? But then we're going to go fucking like this.
Put some wiggle in it.
And then we're going to go like this, motherfuckers. You know? And they get it.
That makes sense.
You know, they get it. But the story and the reminding of the cues and the turnarounds are like, okay, that's the faux pas, you know? Like, don't ever flip the fucking beat in a cumbia.
Okay.
You lose the nalga. That's it. Se te va.
Ain't nobody want a flat nalga there, Barry.
You're just gonna like jump until you fucking find it. You
gotta get that wiggle.
You gotta get the wiggle. Never compromise the swing and the rhythm. That's the one thing. Never compromise the swing and the rhythm. Otherwise, you're just a phony. You know. And worse to be Latino and playing
that
it.
Makes so much fucking sense.
A Latino and playing it wrong and shit. You're like, dick poser, weak, dude. You know. And so I've seen enough weak shit. You know what I'm saying? What I think is like a better representation of how I can do it. And you know, it's all about that swing, bro. One time I met Guadalupe Esparza, bro. One of the happiest days of my life, dude. We were not a co-headline. We played right before. Yeah, we were headlining one of the stages in Tropicalia, a festival in Long Beach.
Yep.
And Bronco played. So I went, but they were the day before, and I was like, I gotta fucking go just to see Bronco.
Just to check him out.
So my hoodie shit, fucking just to go see fucking Bronco. And then we're backstage, and I see them walking, bro. I see him walking from a distance. Must have been 100 feet, walking from the trailer. It was him and his two sons and the other fools, and they're walking, bro, and they have like this light baby blue and white, the whole fucking tassel shit, and they're walking, and they look like a pack of horses. I swear to fucking God, I could not make this
Who are
shit
these
up.
Clydesdales galloping on stage?
And they're just like galloping across the backstage, you know, by themselves, you know, walking towards, and I was like, damn, bro, that's Guadalupe Esparza. I was like, bro, I am not this guy, bro. I'm gonna say what's up. I was like, oh, you know,
and you
had
did.
to.
And you
I
did.
got up, and then I was like, hey, permiso, do the whole thing. I was like, hey, nomás quería saber, por favor, si me puedo tener una foto. O sea, es como mi tío usted, blah, blah, blah. And then the you know, our crew was like, hey, they're gonna headline mañana. Van a say, okay. I was like, shut up, fool. Ahorita no, güey. You're fucking it up, fool. I don't fucking care. So then I took a picture, bro, and like, gave me a hug and shit. And this fool was fucking big, bro, like ripped, like a big motherfucking stallion,
like a big ass bronco.
Big ass bronco, bro. And then when he plays on stage, bro, he's so fucking old now. He just goes like this. Sacuda. He just fucking lo sacuda, like just like, you know, he doesn't have to do no fucking
bro.
No fucking no.
Iconic Theo level
no,
reach.
He's just like,
boom, boom, boom.
Hey!
Yeah.
So then I study that shit. When I use that shit in my cumbias, bro. When I go over there, and when I'm doing like certain, like tonight I'm playing in front of 3,000 people, right? So when it's time to play the cumbia, I got to do big strokes. Big strokes is fucking smile, bro. I learned it from these fucking pros.
Go
dude.
ahead.
These guys. Bronco, all my fucking paisa. And the other thing, watching Bronco play and their production, I said, hands down, the best production I've seen of all the fucking festival. And it's all fucking paisas. All from Mexico and shit. You know, their fucking trailers, the Bronco booth.
They know their craft,
They
bro.
fucking, down to the lights. Yo te Yo te adoro. Lights out. Lights on a certain moment. I'm like, dude, these guys are to the T. I can't believe it. It made me so proud. And you see all these other bands are like, yeah, the light show, psychedelic. Oh shit, yeah, fucking cool. But these guys, just the level. And then the choreography on the stage and the whole shit. And they were playing a small stage on the side. And I was like, no mames, al 100, güey. And I was like, man, that's how I want to be all the time, bro. I saw Bronco do it. And I was like, dude, if Bronco's doing it at that highest level like that, that's Kobe shit. Mm-hmm. Kobe, Lakers. That's
I get the reference. Right. Go ahead.
So I'm just like,
Bronny.
It's like too much fucking water in the
Tu equipo.
fucking ketchup.
Tu equipo.
Brony.
Tu equipo.
Anyways.
Dude, Bronco was the first band I ever saw in a concert as a little guy on my own.
Oh, like you wanted to go?
Solapas, I wanted to go. It was Bronco, it was Los Tiranos del Norte, and it was Los Tucanes. Ooh. And it was everything for me. It was like 1995, 1994. Damn. I was probably like 14. And it was at the convention center here in San Diego, bro. Our parents just dropped us off. Bien vaquero, dog, with my fucking jeans. White, like cream jeans, unas botitas. Little rayon shirt, homie. Looking hella paisad out. Had my little
He still wears that outfit, too.
Every now and then, wifey gets that outfit. And then, yeah, dude, I remember just going there and it blew my mind. Everything I ever wanted to be in my life as a musician was on stage right there. And I was like, I was mesmerized.
Yeah. You play?
I not anymore, but when I was little, yeah, I used to be into music heavy. And now that just... For me, that was everything I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I was like...
What were you playing?
I used to play the guitar. I was a punker.
Orale.
So I was in a little band, and we did our thing, though. You know, we traveled and got to play some shows here. We're on Warped Tour.
You were playing.
Yeah,
playing.
I got to do cocaine with Weezer. You know, like,
I mean, dude, those guys, we did a festival in Mexico, and they got flown... they got like a, what do you call it? There's a thunderstorm. So they weren't going to make it, but then someone got a fucking private jet and their secret fucking stash of gear in another fucking place. You got a private jet to go pick the shit up, flew around the fucking storm, made it to the festival within the fucking hour. High stress load at their headlining this shit. Fucking big ass Weezer sign, fucking the fucking Cholula and shit. And then they made it and they played it. And then the next day, fucking, they're like on Delta Airlines or some shit. They're like all fucking trash, like at 8 a.m.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
man.
Just like the Weezer guys on a regular ass plane, you know? I was like, that's crazy. That's like big living right there.
That is big living.
That's crazy.
That's where you're at, though, bro.
What kind of bands were you into? Like, that you fucking wanted to play?
Well, I wanted to be in a norteño band. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
But what I ended up settling for was being in a punk rock band.
Yeah.
You know? But my go-tos were always that, like, I used to love tambora. I used to love ranchera. I used to love corridos. You know, that's what I grew up listening to, going little tianguis, little swap meets in Tijuas, or you know, leaving church and leaving the fucking, the church, and outside you'd have the little tarps where people are selling cassettes, de los Tigres, los Tucanes, los Tiranos, Ramon Ayala, all that. That's what I grew up. That's what I wanted. But I didn't know enough people here that wanted to do that. So I found people that played other kind of music, and I just kind of like started honing my skill in on that and created punk rock music for us. I grew up listening to like Minor Threat, Pinchy, and then I got into a lot of like 90s punk rock, like Lagwagon, Millencolin, Strung Out, No Effects, like all of those things were what I grew up with. So I'm like a paisa, a punker, a little reggae guy, and you throw it all together and out comes reggae, 3 punk ales.
I have a friend, he's from San Diego, his name is Arturo Chavez. He used to play in a band called Organics.
Do
you remember that? No.
I do remember them, Organics.
Yeah, he played drums with them. It's cool. It's interesting because you and him have the same vibe. He's from San Isidro.
All right.
But there's this San Diego thing. You know? And the Spanish is more solid. He's más como que pega más duro.
Hey.
You know, you guys like
because we're from here,
you're more sharp with it.
Yeah. Right? San Isidro, that's when we were. I was not raised there, but I grew up there.
Yeah.
You know, like my abuelita lived in some place called Villanueva. So my parents, obviously, they both went to work. So they would drop us off there. So all summers, we'd spend there in Villanueva, which is in San Isidro, bro, which was like the projects in San Isidro, Villanueva. It was awesome, you know? So we're all the same down here. We call it South Bay. Barry is Latinx. You know, he's the closest thing to being a Mexican by not being a Mexican. Yeah, by proxy, homie. He's my Latinx.
I married one and I made one.
Yeah,
so I think that puts me in.
His COVID baby is a little paisa.
My wife's from Panama, and like that's also cool for me, man. You know, it's crazy. I just thought about this the other day that like growing up on the east side and like having the LA kind of experience, and I always just wanted something different all the time, and then you know, when I graduated college, I was like 20 already, I wasn't even 21.
Okay.
I graduated USC and shit, and I'm like, man, I don't want to get a master's. I don't want to go do get a job. So what can I do? So I was just thinking about what I can do, and I studied abroad. That's when I was like, man, let's just change up the program. Let's go study abroad. Let's go to Brazil, fool. Let's go let's go
bro.
something.
Good for you.
Study new language, all that. Everybody be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know. It looks cool.
Yeah, figuring it out.
It's just, and then that really put me in like a space to, to navigate. But yeah, it's like, I don't know where I'm going with that.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
We've done it. We've done that all episode, bro.
We've done a whole
It's like I
episode.
talked to a fucking
how long we
primo.
did on this?
Right now we're at 125.
Damn,
that's beautiful.
solid,
That's a
bro.
solid fucking number, homie.
Damn.
All right. Well, hey, you know what? I know you're busy, dog.
Yeah.
I know you're doing your thing.
I'm a sound check or something, don't you?
Dude, I'm
That's
very.
5.
5?
That's why I was like 3. That's
Where you
a
gonna
nice
eat? Where you
cut
gonna eat right now? Then
Where are you taking me for?
where you want to go? fool?
I'm down for.
Yeah, well,
Starving.
if you like mariscos,
Oh, you know what? I also want to do a video. Fuck, it's perfect. Video shout out for the promo.
Okay.
Yeah, while I'm here.
Nice,
We dope to
bro. Hell yeah.
de una vez.
When is the show?
Fucking
August 8th, 9th, or 10th?
No,
I know-
10th, Saturday.
We're at the tail end of the three date tour.
Yeah.
It's Oxnard, it's
LA.
and then it's here San Diego.
yeah.
Corazón del Barrio, dog. August 10th, Corazón del Barrio, Arenas y los Solos. Damn, bro.
Yeah, and
That's
Cosecha
it right there.
Internacional.
El compa Cosecha. Big ups,
Internacional.
dog.
And if you were wondering where Chicano Batman shows up when you Google Chicano, you guys are 4th.
Oh, 4?
There it is.
Hey,
Top of the list, baby.
I will tell you a true story about Cosecha Internacional.
Let's go.
He was like I heard about him and shit with the other homeboy Cholo, and so what were you guys called before? La Onda Paisa. It was a sick name. And then
La Onda Paisa. Hell yeah.
so then I was like, man, they're playing the shit, kind of like the shit we understand. And I was like, okay, it's all right, that's cool. So then I was like, fuck. So I did a show at the Moroccan Lounge, and I was like, had them open. But I was like, I think I told you, just don't fucking play Maná, dude. And then they fucking played it, fool. And I was like, And then my wife and I just talked about it. And then we were just like, he's like, ¿Quién? ¿Él? ¿El que tocó Maná? And years later, fool. So many years later. And then she was like, you know what, though? He kept the party going.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know those fucking fools love that Maná shit. They're fucking caifanes. I was like, I want to keep my shit puro fucking paisa.
Bro, it's like beer. It's like beer, and that's what we fuck around with people. Like in our industry, it's craft beer. Nobody wants to drink a Coors Light, a Tecate Light, but sometimes a Coors Light or a Tecate Light is it's a situational drink, dog. It fits
like
the
water cooler.
style. Yeah, it fits what's cracking. It's like, un pinche little fucking tequila, Tecate Light rather. It's gonna make it good.
Yeah.
Nah, el Cosecha, the first time I met him, he's DJ'd a Chalino night, dog, at 3 Punk when we were down here. We're still allowed to have DJs, but I always remember him for having like Beto Quintanilla shit, homie. Like for me, that was like the hardcore narco corrido era of the mid 80s of singing about your tío's favorite narco, and like, I said, this guy speaks that language. I was like, I'm about this guy. So he came to the brewery, did a show at the brewery, fucking killed it, called it Chalino Night.
Chalino Night is hard.
We have a beer called Cheves de Enero that we put out. So we put that out, and it was a fucking blast, dog.
When it was time to end the set, they handed him a note.
Yeah.
That's fucking fun.
Latinx Barry, dog.
He knows.
Latinx Barry be knowing shit, dog.
So who brews? So did you brew? Or who brews?
So not anymore. As soon as we opened the brewery, we find out that not everyone can be a brewer. You know, like there's other things that got to take care of. So I took care more of the business development and the marketing side.
Always
and just and the operating side. And then my partner Kevin takes care of all the brewing and anything related to brewing downstairs. So he does everything related to the beer downstairs. I do everything related to like naming the beers, setting up collaborations, doing shit like that. You know, like and it's fun, bro. Like,
And how do you work on your flavor?
the flavor is, what did we grow up drinking? Because right now craft beer is all pinchy IPAs, hazy IPA. Yes, and for me it was like, I grew up drinking, my first beer I ever had was a Carta Blanca. And my favorite beer is a Pacifico. And I said, that's everyone
Simple,
down here.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
dog, I said, do that. So our beer that's simple to that is Flama Blanca.
Yeah.
Flama Blanca is our beer that does that. Then we have one Flama Roja. It's something that does that. So we do a lot of
amber.
lagers. Yeah, a lot of lagers, a lot of crisp, light flavored, pounding beers. Like lawnmower beers, we call them. You can have a 4-pack and still be all right. you know? Because a lot of people make their money on 8.5%, 10% beers. We're over here hanging out in 4%.
You guys got those Tres Animales too, and you can fall asleep behind that lawnmower.
We have a beer called Tres Animales, and we kind of got in trouble with Los Tucanes. But we have since made friends and made it up. And that beer is heavy, dude. 10.5%.
Damn.
It's otro pedo, dog. It's a
Tres
triple.
Animales,
yeah,
bro. That's
yeah,
why.
Yeah. It's been a fun ride with the brewery and incorporating what I like as it relates to like flavors and design and just like branding into my product, you know? I take a lot of pride in it. It's fun. And I see it in you with the way you perform and the way you represent yourself, dog.
Thank you, brother.
You keep it G. You are a legend and a veteran in this game now.
I'm a veteran in this game.
16 years in
strong.
is nothing to fucking sneeze at. You're doing it. You are the fucking Theo of this. People probably come at you always like, hey, how do I do this? You're probably the encyclopedia that people come to and ask for information.
I mean, I'm accessible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I always be accessible to that. Like, you know, anybody send me their demo, that kind of thing, or opinion on something, I always try to listen, man. It's just, it's humbling, you know? And it's any way I can help anybody do their thing, man. And like, you know, it's crazy to think, like, I wasn't always confident, you know what I'm saying? And like, and that shit, it takes a while to work on that, you know what I'm saying? You have to be conscious about that, you know? So, but being, you know, fourth on the Google, fucking, you know, it's just like, you know, that shit, like, como te endereza la joroba así, like, quick.
Oof, yeah,
like, all right, food, now you're
right,
here.
now
Okay.
we're being witnessed.
Okay, so yeah, right now, so Chicano is about this and that. Yeah, the one cool thing about this whole like Chicano space is just talking about different types of Chicanos, you know, and how shit's evolved and you know, because the media outside be like, what does Chicano mean, and you know, and that kind of thing, and you know, we answered that a million times, and it keeps changing. You know, it's always changed. I was at Mechan like in 2020 when I was at USC, and that shit changed to what it is now. You know, it's just different people. It's like it's 24 years later. You know what I'm saying? That shit's changed like 3 times already. You know, but you know, you got like the Catholic, real conservative Chicanos. You got the like, you know, the weirdo Chicanos. You got, I mean, you know, the fools that like, you know, that took their side because you met, you know, you guys broke up and now they're over here. The chismoso shit.
Chismoso Chicano.
The chismoso Chicano.
That's the name for a band right there.
Hey, everybody, we're Los Chismoso Chicanos.
Dude, that's a sick ass podcast. Chismoso Chicano. That'd be one would cause all the trouble.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, so it's just being like, just how we're all just different ass fools too, you know. And it's really tough, you know. You said it's something about like non-Mexican playing in Mexico. I don't know what you call it, but playing in Mexico but not being Mexican. You know, I don't know what you said earlier, but you fucking nailed it. But it's I don't even know where I was going with that. But that one by itself is crazy. Going to Mexico and not feeling the love, and being like norteño ass fool, and over here. So yeah, fighting the perception. That's what I was talking about. Fighting the perception of just being a Latino is really hard because if we didn't have that shit, and I feel like I experienced that playing music and playing like in front of an audience and linking to my purpose, you know, and in complete spirituality with my fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? When I feel that, I'm like, there's no Latino nothing, dude. There's absolutely nothing above me. It's just me, the cosmos, the vibrations, the love, and it's all right here, right now. There's none of this shit. So I've experienced not having that shit. And then it comes back when like, you know, you go back into society and shit, you know? But if we were to just take that shit off and think about, just imagine, fool, if you weren't Latino and shit, if that shit was like not a bad thing or like a minority thing or a prejudice thing or a racist thing.
Any negative connotation thing.
Then this fool, you're meant to do that. And you're a flower, bro. You're like a force of nature in the ocean. You're supposed to be a mechanic, dog. You're this and that. So then we just support each other for and highlight our purposes and our true like passion for things instead of like, no, eso no te va a hacer dinero, you know, or like, ya deja eso, ya deja esa música, eso hace ruido, or anything that's like used to that, like, or even your homies, like, this fool thinks he's all bad and shit now because he sings.
Yeah.
Let's see, sing, fool, watch. Yeah. Like, let's sing, fool, sing.
Hey, watch, he sings, dog.
Watch it. Look,
check him out.
Not that one, the other one, fool. You know, there, fool.
I told you.
You know, and then it ends forever.
Yeah. The fire gets put out quick,
dude. You know, because you're by yourself. You're always by yourself with your own desire to do something. You're always going to be that. So it's like, it's really tough. This world is tough.
But at this stage, it's welcomed. At 15, at 14 when you're kind of figuring it out, crawling out of that like hole of like
Puberty.
this is what I want to be. Yeah, this is what I want to be. And then all your primos are like, this they wait.
This fool, I know.
This fool's trying to do this.
I know sometimes I like show up with like red shoes to like, you know, the birthday party my cousin's pad. And then my cousin I walk in like, discount rack or what? I'm like, fucking guy. I haven't even been here 5 minutes, fool. You
Hey,
already
check out the rock and roller, dog.
this fool.
Rápido.
What's next, fool? Fucking, and then, you know,
Those ones light up or what?
you know, and then it just keeps going.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's
a
fucking
love language,
awesome.
bro. It's a
fucking
love
awesome.
language. It made you who you are. It's created me the way I am.
Yeah.
It's made Cosecha Howie. All of us from where we come from, that is how we show love.
Yeah.
And I
most
don't
def.
think a lot of people understand that.
Nah, dude. Like, oh man, like our crew, we got 3 crew members, you know, and they're white people. You know what I'm saying? And I fucking love them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're fucking badass. They're loving people. They're respectful. They love our craft. They
Great
fucking
co-signers.
Respected. Great
Wonderful
drivers.
Wonderful drivers.
You know,
they
fucking-
always are on top
Hey,
of the weather.
When we go to Canada and shit, we definitely put the fucking white food to drive.
I don't doubt it,
Huevo,
bro.
you know,
Yeah,
and then even then,
justo y
he's like
necesario.
this. Secondary. Fuck, we didn't fucking do it.
You brought 3 Mexicans
Canada
with you.
border is fucked up. It's way more fucked up than the Mexican
Oh,
border.
yeah, you can't have a DUI and enter
Oh,
Canada.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, we've had to have drivers pull over, another driver put in Detroit and shit to go in and then come back out. And the other driver comes back, have to get a motel room, part of the budget because of DUI. And some drummers, you know, or musicians, they can't go into
I
Canada.
like how he said some drummers.
You know
Oh,
what
is it?
I'm
Say
You
way
know,
to go drummer.
But
I might
it
not have a Canada tour coming
yeah,
up anytime soon.
when we were like doing like scouting different drummers, we went through this process, you know, of different and then or you don't have a visa to go leave the country or a DUI or no, you know what? It wasn't a drummer. It was one of our sound guys or a crew guy had a DUI, so he couldn't do a tour. And I was like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's a DUI? Like, I mean, you know, it's a mistake and shit, and it's fucked up and all that. But like, it's like, damn, to
There should be an
enter a
exception for
country?
musicians and crew.
Bro, you can't even open a brewery if you have a DUI.
Oh, really?
Real shit.
Here?
Anywhere.
Oh, well, that's fucking, that's smart.
That's
That's fucking
That's
smart.
responsible.
Some shit should just stay like that.
Makes sense.
You know, because I mean, you know, you have to be a smart fucking person to manage a business. You know, and you have to be like have a responsible
I
kind of
beg
shit.
to differ.
You know what I'm saying?
I beg to
You know,
differ.
to keep shit afloat. You know, you gotta be creative.
Yeah,
You see?
creative.
You gotta be
is-
creative,
yeah.
man. You know, like smart's one thing, but creative's another.
I learned a lot from you today, fool.
Hey, same, bro.
I learned a lot from you
have
today,
you have
dog.
a big operation going, man. I thought it was gonna be like a little voice memo on a fucking iPhone.
It's BJ and it's me, dog.
dope.
That's the
Shitload of
operation,
it.
dog. If BJ, the producer's not available, I'm not available.
Yeah.
That's how we're a package deal, and that's how we work. We are excited that we were able to make it work today, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for sharing time, history, your experiences, your wins, your losses with us, bro. It's something that I legitimately going to carry close to me because I feel you. I feel your energy and your vibe that you're putting out,
brother.
and I connect with it, dog.
Hell
Yeah, I'm
So-
taking your fire into my show tonight.
There it is, bro.
Yeah,
See, that's
hell
what we're
yeah.
gonna do. I'm gonna see about making sure that we can link up before your show so we can do something to promote it more. And I will be there. We'll be at this
Hell
show.
yeah.
Kill it tonight.
Yeah.
Congratulations at the forum, dog.
man.
You're
Thank
doing
you.
it for all of us.
Thank you.
We're not on stage with you, but we're there.
I feel everybody there, and yeah, just for the San Diego show, man. I'm really excited, man.
Good.
You know, like, my dad used to come out here a lot. You know, they have family here in Chula Vista as well.
Okay.
And you know, just like coming through here when I was a kid, going to Tijuana, you know, and just feeling like when I come to San Diego, I feel like I'm in Tijuana too.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a border town, bro.
it's a border town, man. And just being able to bring also my brand of like crazy ass cumbia and like, you know, you get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I just want people to just let go, man, and just listen to it and just ride the wave. Because when we play, man, it's a crazy ass,
Yes, it is.
crazy ass experience. And it's just, it's very, I don't know, it's very hypnotic, man. We just let it go, man.
I'm on board.
And then we just see what happens. And that's a crazy thing. Like we always rehearse like 70%, right? And then the 30, we're like, pues a ver qué
Sorry,
pasa.
¿qué pasa, güey?
Because all these fools can take the ball and do their own solos and their own thing, and we just take it
Okay.
anywhere. There's a lot of improv, but it's all, and then we just bring it back and like, you know, la niña fresa, you know, because you know we're fucking locals, but we're paisas at heart, you know. So it's like it's flexing on that on that versatility.
It is a flex, dog.
It's a flex, bro.
You know, it's
This cumbia shit is a flex, ass. That's what it is, you know?
It's parameters,
You know?
and you're flexing within those parameters.
Absolutely.
You're moving within those little boundaries and doing your thing.
It's like
bro.
I'm doing WWF shit with cumbia, bro. That's what it is.
Scripted cumbia.
Yeah, scripted cumbia suplex. Puro suplex.
The perfect flex.
Puro suplex.
Hey, once upon a time, you guys
la
played
cumbia del suplex, bro.
the suplex.
Ooh.
There it
or
is.
just call it suplex.
Suplex.
That's it.
Pelado.
Suplex sounds like a fucking like a
Like a pastry.
It does. I was gonna say like some kind of like a sushi, like a sinaloense, like sushi, like
Suplex.
el suplex.
Oye, primo, ¿qué onda, parientón? ¿Un suplex o qué? ¿Un suplex o qué?
Damn, un suplex. It sounds like almost like a custard.
A custard.
Something with custard, you know, like what some long cono with custard in it.
shit.
Un suplex.
Hey, once upon a time, right before we did, you guys came here to San Diego like in the late 2018, before the pandemic, and you said, "Where are all my National City people at?" Is there a connection to people from National City, or what was that all about? Because that was the only hood you yelled out.
What show were you at?
It was like in 2018.
Chicano Batman?
Yeah.
Dope. Because I think about this shit before the shows. I have my dad, his grandma lived in National City.
Okay.
So when he was a kid, he used to come to National City every summer for 3 months. That shit. You know, so he came to National City all the time, and then the grandma bought there's a house next door. So for him, his childhood experience and his like love and his whole thing is in National City. That's where his grandma was at.
There it is.
So we even went a few times to National City, but yeah, so it's a shout out to my dad. Here we go again, and his family here because that's so and I have some family here, but they're in Chula Vista from his side, and yeah, so when I come into town, man, actually. It's so funny you say that shit because I was gonna be like, before I fucking bounce, you gotta tell me tonight give me fucking just 4.
Okay.
If giving 4 cities to shout out tonight to cause some ruckus and shit, which ones are they?
You want to cause ruckus amongst the people out there to say,
I need a strictly fucking for my paisanos. I don't give a fuck if you're fucking. I don't give no fucks. Where the fuck am I at?
all right,
I get a regional one maybe at the end.
all right. Shout out San Isidro.
Always.
Sin duda.
Always.
Shout out Barrio Logan. You have to.
Oh, and mandatory.
Yeah, obviously National City.
National City.
Chula Vista.
Hey, that's it, huh?
But if you want to, I was going to say,
Expand?
if you want to shout out the whites,
Have to.
if you want to shout out the whites
The
in
donors.
the crowd. Yeah.
The donors. Para los donors.
Para los donors, perro. Para los credit builders. Shout out East County, dog.
Ooh.
You say, it's for all my white people in East County.
Securing the bag,
Bro,
homie.
yeah. If
East County.
you shout out East County, this is for my whiteheads in fucking East County. A la verga.
What's up, my gente in East County?
And there it is, bro.
Make them feel like they're part of the swing.
Bring them in.
Bring them in, bro.
Swing.
Yeah.
Lowercase s, though. Lowercase s.
Okay,
you
so
know.
how to say it?
Así nomás.
Dope.
Así es pelado.
Así nomás.
Así nomás.
And what about my East Counties?
Where are my East Counties at?
My East Counties.
And there's
I
gonna
see
be like-
you out there.
There'll be one guy going, yeah!
I should say like a cowboy, huh?
Yeah.
That'd be fucked up.
Oh, shit.
Nah,
See?
I'm not gonna
Why
fuck it
not?
up. I'm gonna burn the fucking the donor chain. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep the money, the cash flow going.
Keep the cash cow
Keep
pumping.
the cash cow.
Congratulations on all your successes
man.
and all your future things that you got
Thank you,
working
brother.
on. Happy to meet you and look forward to, going to your shows and seeing all the other
Chingón.
magic that you create.
Chingón.
Barry, Eduardo Arenas, bro.
Fucking
Chicano
veteran
Batman.
in the
Made it
game.
happen. Hey, thank you, Andres, for the ride, bro.
Big ups,
Thank you
bro.
for the ride,
El
bro.
compa Rory también,
Hey,
bro.
yeah,
All
Rory,
of, yeah. Remind me, Saul, Rory from Bad Vibes, Good Friends, bro. He was definitely the broker, the liaison to get the ball moving. And el compa pinche, ahí lo ves, míralo, pinche,
está,
el
míralo.
cosecha. He was the one, el compa la cosecha internacional
Yeah.
was the dude that put the cherry on top.
No
licked it,
maná.
y ya.
No maná.
Cero maná. Puro Beto
Corazón del pueblo.
Quintanilla, dog.
Cero maná.
Cero maná.
Cero maná.
Hit that button, dog.
Fucking Colorado, dude.